give it a few minutes, and we are live. And this live chat is copyrighted for Mario. Let's see. We got Gus is here. Let me click here. How's it going? Bobby Barlow is here. How is it going? Good to see you guys. So, where'd my mouse go? Okay. And I don't have a black screen this time. All right.
Good so far.
Yeah.
No, I didn't go shooting. It's 35 degrees out.
Okay, I haven't been down
here. And windy. It's been windy the last few days on top of it. So.
Okay, I can't give you any. I did it out of laziness, didn't shoot. So it's been a while.
I will get out there soon enough. Doesn't matter. I get a day on a weekend. I'm going. But you know.
Kyle is here. Thank you, Kyle. I think it's very close. Won't know until I use it, but that'll be a month. I think it's as close as I could get. Actually, it looks exactly like it. If you took that coating off of it, it would probably just sit right in there.
The video was really because it's hard to tell from the video with the bullet, like the coating on it. But from what I could see, it looks like it's like 99% or better, 100, to 100% being the same bullet.
Yeah. I was pretty happy. I just got to figure out how diameter it drops, all that stuff. So.
Why didn't you want to make the well? It's a 309, so that should have been fine.
It is, but I had my choice of, that I was going to pick that or 310. I just didn't want a cupping at the bottom if it drops bigger.
Yeah.
So let's see. Thor's is here.
Well, most moles that I've experienced do drop a little bigger, so
that's why I stopped at 309 diameter, and it won't cup as long as I'm.
I mean, my 309. What's that Lee missile? What's that 309 or 310? I forget what it's supposed to be. Drops large.
I believe it's a 309.
Yeah, it drops large, like 310 and change.
325, 309, something.
Yeah.
So something to look forward to. I was totally surprised because they said it's a lot more weeks out. That it's just a disclaimer, because they make them one at a time. And I figured, they're busy because NOE is gone and everything. But man, we got it fast. I couldn't believe it. So
well, that's what everybody says about Accurate Mo would say. It's like they give you, X amount of weeks, and then boom, all of a sudden it's there way ahead of time.
And they make really good. So I've used Cranky's hollow point molds, and I sent them all back to them now. But that's excellent. And they're right down the street. So the only thing is, I don't think they have a storefront, so I can't just go visit them.
Well, if they have a building, you probably could.
I could email them and say, hey, I want to go down there and do a video and blah, 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 but I don't want to bug them.
I would just call them and say, I'd like to visit. Then you go from there. If they say, yeah, sure, come on down. We'll give you the tour. You go.
Yeah.
That's all. You take out your camera. If they say, no, you can't take pictures, you're done. That's it. You just get the tour. If they're close by.
Hi, Vanessa.
They probably know who you are, as far as, when they sell molds and stuff, they know who you are. They probably even watch YouTube videos. So,
Hey, Thors.
Hey, Flowtack.
What's going on, man? Hey, I gotta apologize. I've been using the microphone that's on my laptop here, and it's a piece of crap. So I got to go to Walmart. I need to find a cheap microphone, external microphone. You guys got any ideas?
It
No,
sounds fine.
You sound better than I do, and I'm using the microphone that's built in.
I don't. Why are you saying it's a piece of crap? That sounds. I mean, if you are recording yourself and you're not happy with it, that's a different story. But you sound fine on YouTube.
Yeah, you sound fine here. No reason to go buy a microphone, and it could screw things up.
My
Here.
mic is in my cam.
Yeah. I'm the crappiest sounding.
I got a feeling. I got a feeling though it gets interrupted when other people talk or say like, like I'll be talking and then somebody will say something, then it kind of cuts me out and garbles, and then it goes back.
I don't know if that's the problem. I think that I purposely started talking over you to see what would happen, and I just heard it.
That is a delay, not the microphone.
Yeah, I think that's a delay that it just happens because more than one person's talking, and it happens on Friday nights too. All people start getting a little garbly when they talk, but it could be just your internet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the microphones aren't expensive. You want to go spend $20, you go ahead. You want to spend $50 and buy something good and wind up not and still have the same problem. I don't know.
Okay, Miss Kitty's here, Uncle John is here, and Rollis is here.
Hey, Rollis.
Hey guys.
Yeah, I'm the worst sounding. I'm hosting this, and I'm the worst sounding. But
you sound fine to me too, Jim. So I don't know.
I have a plug-in one somewhere, but maybe I grab it. I don't know where I put it, but then it might screw up me hearing you. I don't know. Garage Guy's here. Anyway, yeah, don't go throwing money away. You don't need it. I think it's just your delay on your internet, your location with StreamYard.
Yeah.
We could say over after we talk each person over.
Yeah. Yeah, you see, you were delayed there. So
Yeah, but that's
I got a feeling that maybe it's like a second party like thing that I'm using, a second party internet connection. I don't know.
Garage Guy is here. Hey, Garage Guy. Rollis is here. Ouch. Now, some of your handles have changed because of YouTube. Is everyone straightened out now? I think Gus is different. I don't know.
Well,
mine's different. It just shows that I don't know what that 6254 is. I guess it's some kind of email.
Well, yeah, that they do it to me, Uncle Jim 23 something. Yeah, they just when they first did that was a couple of years ago. But they said you could change it. I never did. They throw numbers, but some people they changed their actual name. I mean, screwed them up. And others said it was emails. They're using the email name. I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's an email I've never lived. Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. But,
well, most people don't.
So, what's everybody been up to? I've seen that. Go ahead, Andy.
No, all right, go ahead. Not important. We talked at the same time. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. All right. What's everybody been up to? How about you, Andy? What did you get done today?
What did I get done today? It was a lazy day. Just my food shopping, and then just taking care of bills and all that stuff. But yes, I don't know. Do you guys in the privacy on the private chat on the side the link that was posted? Or you don't see that?
In the main chat? No.
No, the private chat. Uncle Jim, you saw it. I posted that link.
It's in the private chat. You could put it in the main chat.
I don't know. I don't want them to think that. But I put it in side chat. You guys want to take a look? Is it still posted? Do you see it when you come in?
Yeah,
I don't.
I put a link there. That's a workbench that I bought off of Amazon. I needed to upgrade my little tiny bench my Dylan was on. I needed more space for cleaning guns and stuff. I bought a gun vise that has to get mounted and stuff like that. That's the table I bought from Amazon, and that thing is built like a tank. I'll post it a little later, Jim. So I don't have to post it 5 times for the people in the side chat. It's a put together workbench. The top of it itself weighs 50 plus pounds. The wood top. They call it rubber wood, whatever the hell that is. And it's what everybody kept saying how sturdy it was. There were like many models from similar models from different companies. Everybody raved about either one, but this is the one that went on Black Friday special. So I bought that one, which was my choice because it went down. It's adjustable height. It goes down 28 to 40 inches for height, and I wanted it low. It's like, well, I'll be cleaning my guns. I sit down and I reload on the square. They'll be there. I prime my brass on the little bench I used to have on, but I needed the space to clean guns, bigger space. So I bought that. I found a toolbox mat, a mat for the top of your toolbox, like a roll around toolbox. And it was exact size of the table. Like that. That's coming up probably won't put that for one day. Once I get that, then I'll start mounting. I'm only going to have the press mount to one side of it, and on the other side is going to be the vise, and they'll be mounted towards the back of the bench, so not to interfere with anything. But I can't wait. It's together. It's solid as a rock. I cannot believe how solid it is. I'm really happy with it.
All right. Michael was here. Hey, Michael.
Great, Andy.
How long is it, Andy?
You guys got to win every once in a while. You know what I mean?
How long is it's 48 inches.
Okay.
48 by 24.
I won't even go there.
And it's it's like 1.15 inches, tall. So it's a little over an inch thick, but it is solid. I'll have a video when I get all the pieces and put it. I'll take a video of just the table, then I'll put the mat on it and do my attachments. Add that so everybody can see the changes in one video. And I'm really impressed with it. Just wait up another, 8:30 or so. I'll put up the link for everybody to see. I just don't want to have a problem. This is not for sale. I'm not selling this type thing. I'll have to, because they had a problem on Friday Night Chat with that somebody, I think they lost the video somewhere or got a strike, but they thought they were selling something because they were showing pictures of it with prices.
Yeah, I got popped for that, but that was a video, not a live chat.
Well, they do live chats. That's all they do.
How about you, Roland?
Friday night, so I don't know.
Well, it's been a pretty easy week. I was done Wednesday morning. The only reason I had to work Wednesday was I wanted to have my pump and hoses cleaned before I came home. So I went to the range, shot a little bit, did some load testing, came home with about 50 pounds of lead from out of the backstop and a couple, almost 1,000 pieces of 9mm brass and some 45 and stuff. Then today I went. I didn't shoot at 850, but I was shooting at 400 and 600 yards, testing out some targets I bought months ago. Finally put it together and did that. So now it's just did a little bit of business and helped keep the gun store there at the club in business and bought some federal match ammo. So and I'll get back to work tomorrow night. and just try to make it through the year.
Well, good score at the range. Foss is here. He looks like he got dinged. Did you get it deleted or did you get a strike or a warning? Because the strike is bad. Then you're on 3 months probation.
He had a strike.
Yeah, well, be careful because Uncle Jim won. I got a strike, and then immediately within hours, the second strike, and then they waited just to torch you a little bit, and like a week later, boom, strike 3, you're gone, and it was all for older videos. Andre D'Angelo is here. Hey, Andre D'Angelo. Yeah, so be very careful. Fuzzy is here. Well, speaking of strikes, right now they're going after a dictator. Yeah, tonight. He might end up in Iraq or Iran if he gets off the ground. His private plane was on the border last time I checked, unless it's a decoy.
Now, what's this about? I've been tuned out all week.
Well, this is just going on tonight, but it was, gosh, I always get them mixed up. Argentina, Venezuela.
Okay.
The dictator, he had a phone call with Trump or whatever, and I think Trump was just telling him, no more, you do any more drugs and cartel stuff, you're gone.
Right.
And evidently the phone call didn't go well. So now he advised nobody to fly in that country, the airport and everything. He advised them, do not fly. Obviously, they're tracking him, but his private jet went to the border, and they're not sure exactly where they're going from there, but it has to do with, all the islands and stuff too. But anyway, it just got bad. So we'll see what happens. Right now, we're off Puerto Rico coast. We got guys everywhere. They just want to pop a dictator. Iran said they'll take him. We'll protect you. Come to Iran.
Yeah, let them go. See ya.
That wouldn't be safe for him though, because we can do strategic drone bombings there too.
Let them go. Let them live off the tit of the fucking Muslims.
Some people say the safest for them is China and North Korea. That's probably his safest bet because we wouldn't do anything there. Anyway, we'll see what happens. That was the news tonight. And again, don't know if his jet's just a decoy or what. So,
real quick side note, Vanessa's talking about she roasted her turkey Thursday, Thanksgiving Day. We started a pretty good fire in the backyard, and then Josh, my stepson, he roasted the turkey over a spit in about 4 hours. And
was it good?
good. So,
Stayed moist and everything?
Yeah. He was on top. He's a cook.
Okay.
Hopefully, this new outfit he's with, he'll get his own, at least become a kitchen manager when they open up their next store. That's what he's shooting for, anyways. So, but yeah, no, he knows how to barbecue pretty good.
I got to run. Cold in the garage. This battery's gonna die. Hang on. Stay alive. Plug in.
Oh, guess not.
Yeah, it looks like he froze up.
And maybe he keeps talking about God buy a battery. Maybe he's getting one under his Christmas tree.
Yeah, or at least a charger to put out in the garage.
A charge is $5. Give me a break.
Yeah. I forgot who we're talking about here.
No, it's just he was taking the charger with him to the garage, then he stopped doing it. He did it one night, and then he never did it again. So we got 15 watching. I don't know. I don't want to have a problem here. He told me post a link to my workbench, so I'm going to do it. Okay, but I'm just going to write that this is not
Okay, he just dropped off.
okay.
But, sorry to hear that, Vanessa. I've been stockpiling the old style USB, just so that because I have several tablets that are perfectly fine. They just the batteries are shot. So I just stockpiled a bunch of the old the charging cords to keep them up and running.
You had a chance to go out and shoot any of your new guns?
The one gun. Okay, here's my working theory. It doesn't always work out this way, but I like to have for your regular, like your basic guns, a 45 or a 9mm. Not so much for like say a 44 Magnum or 45 long Colt. But anyways, for the Smith & Wesson police trade-in, I was trying. Well, I'm just going to make my own. I like to have 1,000 rounds put back. A couple of reasons. One, just for in case end of the world, and I got to fight my way through a bunch of zombies till they eat me. And then also there's I don't feel sorry for people who get whenever we have a mass shooting and the gun prices shoot through the roof and stuff like we've seen happen. At least a half dozen times in the last 20 or 30 years. I don't feel sorry for people who didn't buy stuff when it's cheap like it is now. It's not as cheap as it was, but if you just got out of school and you just got your first real job, I feel sorry for those people. But if you drive around in a fucking $125,000 four-wheel drive truck that has never gone off the asphalt, and you go to Reno and you drop $4,000 or $5,000, a couple times a year, I have no trouble gouging the shit out of those people. But as it's usually always good to have a little bit of ammo you can sell those people, when you're charging them 5 times what you paid for a gun, because they're jackasses for not stockpiling when the opportunity existed.
Hey man, me and Jim, we both tried to warn everybody when the Biden administration, it looked pretty eminent that the Democrats were going to get. We said, hey man, stock up right now, buy as much of this crap as you can. And people didn't listen.
Mm-hmm.
People didn't listen, and then they started crying about it, and then they started crying to Jim about it, and Jim turned around and said flat out, you guys were warned. I told you about this stuff. We've been through this before many times, and that's just the way it is, and we're just going to have to, hey, man, we didn't buy this ticket for this boat ride, but we're going to go for the boat ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it. I wouldn't for that boat ride. That's the way I look at it. But yeah, man, and I agree, when stuff is cheap, stock up, it depends, well, it doesn't even depend. If you're really serious about reloading and say like you got a Dillon or, you want to make ammunition, in a rapid pace. I don't want to say a fast pace, but a rapid.
Inefficient.
using, a single stage press. I do use a single stage press as well. However, getting back to what Stan said, go out and buy 8 pounds. Buy a keg of powder. Just one of the popular powders that's for 45 ACP, 45 Colt, 9mm. And another thing too, don't hesitate to get some like 2400 or 296 or whatever, for 44 Magnum and 357 Magnum and that sort of thing. Yeah, get 8 pounds of unique. Get 8 pounds of red dot. Get 8 pounds of 231. Because you're gonna burn through it. You are, I guarantee you will not be sorry you got that 8-pound keg.
Yep. No,
I mean, you invested all this money in your guns and you invested all this money into your reloading equipment. You're gonna use it. Same thing with primers. Buying 1,000 primers, buy 5,000 primers at a time. And store. Good. They're good for 100 years as long as you keep them dry in a nice, cool, dark place. They'll be fine.
But I still got powders from the late 70s that still work fine.
Yeah, Andy, and you're not kicking yourself in the ass for doing it either.
No.
Maybe at the time it was expensive, but you look back on it now and you're like, wow, I sure am glad I did that.
$8 a pound? Yeah, I'm sure glad I did that.
Well, like I was saying, for under $1,000, if you just want, hey, I might need something in the house, for under $1,000, you can buy a PSA A2 now for like $600, and a PSA Model 19 knockoff for less than $1,000. And every week when you go to Walmart to buy your groceries, you go to the sporting goods section, you buy a box of 223 and you buy a box of 9mm, and guess what? Yeah, you got in less than a year, you'll have more than enough to last you through 99% of the emergencies out here. Because if it's a true end of the world, you're not going to outlast that ammo, because you're going to become dog food for somebody else.
Well, I'm going to tell you, what you were saying earlier. If you got $1,000 or $1,200, if you know a guy who knows his way around an AR, just go around to the gun stores and just go get a Palmetto or whatever and look it over. It may be used, but you'll have an M4 or you'll have a full size rifle or whatever, 223 common caliber. And then just go ahead and buy one of those TSOS 45s. People are raving about those things. They work great. They're fantastic right out of the box. No jams, no nothing. They shoot fantastic.
TSOS or rock.
I mean, $350-$300. You can get a decent pistol and a workable rifle, and you're in there for $1,000.
Hell,
I told Jim that a friend of mine bought one of those and he paid like $380. Well, one thing that in Washington State, you got to pay the $40 transfer fee. You also have to pay 11% tax now on it, and the shipping. And then he had to pay the dealer fee because the dealer had to make money on it. And so that just presses the price up. But I still think for $380 you got a good gun. It's a nice gun. Those are really nice guns. I'm
looking at a PSA. They call it the AR-15 5.56 NATO M4 Classic Rifle Starter Bundle. Comes with targets, a couple extra mags, a case, and a set of Lee friggin' dies for all under $700 brand new.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
Yeah, I mean,
you can't beat that. And for 90% of the shooting public, that will be just fine.
Mm-hmm.
That'll work, and it'll be just fine. It'll be everything they need.
I have some people that live around me, not too many, about maybe 5 or 6 people within a block of me in any direction, that don't really go out shooting much. They mainly only own rifles. Nobody else has pistols, right, and whatnot. But they all know where to come if the shit hits the fan.
Yeah,
Because
that could be
I
bad.
got way too much shit loaded.
They might be coming with their rifles.
Well, you know, they know the calibers I have. So if they have the same caliber, I got the ammo.
Yeah, but then they'll all come over and just like in the Western movies, they'll bust out every window. Yeah.
So anyway, let me just change subjects. I gotta go into my cooking with Dave. So I've been really busy this week because of the holidays, and one of the things that I wanted to put together is some square head lefse. If you guys know what lefse is, it's like a
Never heard of it.
tortilla made with potatoes. And I got an example here. This right here, that's lefse. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Now these are folded. Okay, these are folded in triangles. Okay, but that's lefse, and it looks like a tortilla. It's round and it looks like a tortilla. And what you do is you can put cream cheese on it, and then you can put smoked salmon on it, or you can put pickled herring on it, or you can put smoked ham, or any type of smoked meats or anything like that. And you can eat. You roll it up, and you can eat it that way. Interesting story about lefse. Lefse was it didn't really take off until after the Vikings. And see, the Vikings, they made lefse, but it was more like hardtack because all they had was wheat. Okay, so they made these wheat crackers like Rye Crisp. Okay, and they would, eat that, on their sea voyages and stuff like that. Well, they were out raiding and pillaging and plundering and grabbing women all over the world, right? Well, somewhere along the line, they took a bite out of a potato, and they were like, "Hey, this isn't bad." And so they took it back to Norway, and they planted them, and that's how potatoes got introduced to Northern Europe. Northern European countries is that the potato, and it was because of the Vikings, and then the Vikings, one of their wenches or whatever went and figured out that, hey, if you boil these and mash them up really good, you can make bread out of this stuff. And so they started incorporating potatoes into the lefse, and that's where it comes from. But it's moist. It's not. It's like a tortilla, like those flour tortillas, the big flour tortillas you buy down in the store, but they're moist and they're made with potatoes. They have a very distinct flavor to them. They're good. Anyway, so that's what I've been doing. I've been peeling potatoes and boiling potatoes and mashing potatoes and putting it through the ricer and then mixing it up into dough and kneading and all that stuff and then rolling them out and then cooking them on my lefse grill and putting them away in the lefse cozy, so they don't dry out, and I've been making stacks of them, and I give that stuff away during the holidays to my friends and stuff. It's very good. If you have never tried it, it's very good. This is one of the dishes that I made. I don't know if you can see it or not.
Yeah.
And they're little sandwich lefse, and the spread that you use is butter, white sugar with a little bit of cream in it, and you mix it up. You put about a half a cup of sugar in a stick of butter that's been melted, and then about half a tablespoon of heavy cream, and then you mix that together and then put it in the refrigerator, and you spread that on. Oh man, it's good. It is really, really good, especially if you got some lingonberries. You put them on there. Oh, it's awesome. So anyway, a little bit of my kitchen equipment has gotten upgraded since then because, as you know, I'm limited as far as my right hand, and peeling potatoes, man, is a pain in the ass. And didn't think nothing of it. I used to peel potatoes all the time, and I had a potato peeler, and it was no big deal. So I stepped up, and I had got me a kitchen quality, galley quality, vegetable peeler. So it's not one of the ones that has a little suction cup on it, or you have to clamp it to the side of the drain board. This thing has feet on it. You can put it anywhere you want. You hold it down with your hand after you attach the potato or whatever. And all you got to do is just, flip the little cutter thingy and then turn the crank, and it just like zip, 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 and that's it. It's done. So I can crank out, peeled potatoes, no problem. So I'm going to be a lesson making fool here for the next couple of weeks. Yeah. Anyway, so that's pretty cool.
My wife was.
Yeah, Vanessa. I think you know what I'm.
Fruitcakes. Yeah, well, my wife, her wrist was messed up, and she was making mashed potatoes, and just pulled out the apple peeler and did it that way, spun it, and it goes by, and
yeah, that's basically what this is.
Yeah, it takes
that's
off
basically
a
what
little
this
more.
is. Like
Yeah,
an
it
apple
takes-
peeler.
Yeah, it takes
Hey,
off.
man, if you make homemade apple pies or pears, anything that you got to peel, man, you can stick it on this thing and just zip, 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 and you're done. I mean, it takes the work out of it.
Oh, by
Yeah,
the
man.
way, Mario was here.
So anyway,
Pop back out.
Yeah. Well, Mario was here. There you go.
Yeah, apparently I missed the story about Chicago.
Jeez.
So,
That's always right.
yeah, Vanessa, I've got an old Vanessa. I got an old KitchenAid machine that goes back until about 1980. I traced back the serial number on it. It was made by Hobart under contract for KitchenAid. It's one of the ones that everybody says that's the one to get because it has steel gears and everything on it. And then I'll tell you one thing: when you make pie dough or you're gonna make anything, and you need a mixer. That's the mixer to get, man. Really a decent. It's got the lift thing, for the bowl and all that stuff. It's not one of the ones that flip down on the top. This is a commercial quality, KitchenAid. I really like it. It works really good, and it takes the work out of it. If you're making bread and all that stuff, it's got a bread hook. It's got the paddle thing. It's got the whisk thing, and it also has a PTO, so you can hook up little attachments to it. Like a meat grinder. They actually make a peeler that you can put on there, so you're not cranking it. You're not cranking a little hand crank or something. You just stick it on your KitchenAid and away you go. But I think it's more. Those are more kind of toyish in a way. I had a friend of mine that got the meat grinder thing, and he says, "Yeah, that you get some chuck." You put it down through there, and yeah, you can make hamburger with it, but it's going to take you a while. It's more of, not for large volume. So anyway, yeah, man. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy, Vanessa.
back in ye olden days, Vanessa, when I was working in like Hardee's and Bob Evans and stuff before I started driving truck, used a couple of those big Hobarts, like Thor was talking about. Those things were pretty nifty. Yeah, you make enough biscuits to feed. Yeah,
This one has
biscuits.
the speed control on this is literally a switch that when you move it through its speeds, it's just a switch. There's no electronic crap on it at all. There's no computer bullshit or nothing. This thing's made to go the extra mile. Hobart did a good job when they built these. I think anything bigger in the way of a mixer, is more for like professional bakeries and stuff like that. But yeah, man, you're gonna make a pie or say pie filling. You want to make some pie filling, or even things like spreads. Say, like for instance, you want to make like a cream cheese spread or something like that. You throw the cream cheese in there while it's it's room temperature, and just start your paddle, and it starts doing its thing, and then you can add all the ingredients. That's it, man. I'll tell you what, the KitchenAid, man, they're a good machine. If you can find an older one, it's even better.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's lots of different ways you can have the lefse, and it's a flatbread. And the main thing is that you want to package it after it cools down. That's what I was saying. Is you got to have a cozy, because as soon as it comes off the grill, you want to put it in a cozy, and it's kind of like a blanket that you put it in, and that holds the heat in. And it allows to bleed off the heat, but it holds the moisture in. And then when you go to package them, you take them out; they're nice and moist. You can fold them up and put them in the package and put them in the refrigerator. You don't want them to get dry. That's the main thing, to get crusty. And there's no yeast in it either. So yeah, that's quite the deal, man. It takes 2 days. You got to do your potatoes first. Get them in the fridge. Let them cool overnight, and they'll evaporate some of the moisture, because the moisture is the killer when it comes to making the dough. And then when you make the dough the next day, then you're dedicated. I mean, you gotta, once you get your dough done, then you gotta put that in the freezer, and then put it in the refrigerator, and then take it out after it's cooled down and start rolling it out and putting it on the grill and grilling them up. Yeah. It's a 2-day job. Anyway, yeah, man. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm probably going to be doing that for the next couple of weeks.
Hey, I wanted to ask Andy, did you get snow?
Not yet. Maybe tomorrow. We're on the edge of it. We're on the edge of it. It's more northward.
Yeah, a lot of people were getting hit last day or two, so I was just wondering, anyone else get snow?
It was horrible down here. It got down to almost 40 degrees.
Yeah, no snow here. Maybe.
So one thing I want.
Go ahead.
One thing I wanted to ask, I was going to ask it earlier when you guys were talking about putting strikes. If you hold up a box that has a brand name on it, can you get a strike for that? Like you're advertising for that company or something?
No, I don't think so. It's just whatever they.
I mean, you're not selling anything.
No.
Well, you got to make it say that when you display it. That's what they're trying, because
somebody was telling me they were getting that crazy. You couldn't even show brand name.
Yeah.
You got to state, this is not for sale. This is an item I purchased. I'm just showing you what it was and what the box looked like.
It's mostly gun stuff anyway. If you're showing a chair, who cares? They don't care. They want to go after anything. They're communists. So there you go.
Yeah, but anything that they can think of to just like Jim said, anything involving guns, firearms, reloading.
Yep, stuff they don't like. They want to get rid of you.
So it just.
We might have snow Sunday, but I don't know how much. I got a propane guy coming just to top us off a little. There's just a little we need at the top, and I told him you better be here by this week. Oh yeah. Well, he didn't. So now, good luck.
Now you're gonna have to go pull him up the hill.
No, not that truck. So anyway, I'll see what tomorrow Sunday looks like, and The sun will come out, and as long as it's not, if I go out and plow it, it'll be fine for him. As long as he doesn't show up too early in the morning.
Now, Kyle,
Jim?
you did miss cooking with Thor's, so you're gonna have to go back and listen to him discuss his this.
I'm not done yet. Really.
He does.
You missed my trip.
Well,
to,
I wanted to tell Jim. Now, I wanted to tell Jim. If you go out to the thrift store, it's like you go down to the thrift store and you're kind of rummaging along, and you come across where they have all the toasters and the blenders and all that other stuff. I'm gonna tell you one thing: your wife will love it if there's one of those.
Susan wouldn't love it. She hates cooking almost as much as I do. And we have a competition.
Oh, I'll tell you what, your wife will love it.
Whoever gets to the house first has to do the cooking. So I could have been up for 2 days working. If I get home 5 minutes before she's there, well, you got home before me. You get to, you had the whole day off. You get to cook. It's like, wait a minute, baby. So, but
did I say gun sweaters?
Well, I always been kind of a hobby. I've always cooked kind of like a hobby, and not only that, my wife couldn't cook, so
right.
if I wanted a certain meal, I had to make it. She just didn't know, and she got that from her mother. I mean, if it didn't come in a box or a can, she didn't know how to cook it. She had to have a recipe to make ice cubes, So I had to end up having to cook quite a bit when I was married, but I've always enjoyed cooking. Cooking's kind of fun for me. It's kind of one of the things I like to do. And right now, because of the way my arm is, and shooting's kind of real low on the doing list anymore.
Right.
I find that cooking kind of fills that niche where if I feel like doing something, I can just get into my cooking and and do stuff like that, and make some stuff and give it away. It's like this Lefse. I mean, I'm not making all this for me, man. I give it away to all my friends and stuff, and people that know it. I mean, I live in a Scandinavian area. There's a lot of people around here I know that, man, they're like, oh, Lefse, yeah, man, you bet, here, take it. So,
gun sweater is here, in case I didn't say that.
Hey, gun. But I want to circle back to the
Kyle.
shooting. So I'm load developing for each pistol. Like I said, I want to have 1,000 rounds to put back for a variety of reasons. But I'm load developing everything with new. I'm not using range pickups or anything. The stuff I'm going to put away. Yeah, especially if that certain circumstance pops up, I want to be able to say, yes, I made these, but it's all brand new components. It's not, range pickups or anything. So I'm using, it's Rocky Mountain Reloading, their brass, and that Smith & Wesson, both the Beretta 92 FS and the Smith & Wesson 5946. Both shot it well, but especially that Smith, it just, it was shooting it really well. So I just might use that recipe just for that particular batch, and then still keep playing around for the other. I think I have 4 9mm right now. I'd have to go through it. I'm starting to lose fucking count on stuff. So, but so that's where all that went to for Wednesday, and then did some playing with the 45 Colt. So
Cool. And you got some lead and brass. I'll be right.
Got some lead and got some brass.
Be right back. I got to pay.
I'm up to bucket. I filled bucket 5-gallon bucket number 4. I'm going to start working on 5-gallon. It just blows my mind how much brass these people just leave on the ground and walk away from.
Oh yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, no.
That's what what's his not MCK, Mark, the guy that makes the holsters and stuff. He got a 30-06, and he's like, bought a box of brass and bullets to test it with because I don't have any brass to reload. And that was like a day or two later. I went to the range, and there were two guys unloading 30-06 a couple of shots over, and they would just throw it in the range scrap bucket. So I grabbed it all.
Mm-hmm.
Close to 200 rounds. I grabbed it off of him. I don't need any. I got enough, but
Right.
Wow. I hoarded it when I needed it. Now, now that I have, I don't pick up.
I still pick up my stuff, and either because Gateway, the club I'm a member of, which is actually in Jacksonville, when they clean up the range, they just take all that brass and they just throw it right in the dumpster. Now over at Clay County, which is about 5 minutes from here, it's also the police range. So you're allowed to pick up all your brass. There's no problem there, but they don't want you picking up other people's brass, because what they do is they sweep it all up and they sell it to a brass, to a company, and then they get discounts on the training ammo for the sheriff's office, which down here everybody's part of the sheriff's office as far as the law enforcement goes. I think even just the small city cops are somehow part of the different sheriff's offices. So, but yeah, like Clay County, and then of course you have Duval County, which is all Jacksonville. So the Jacksonville Police Department is also the sheriff's office. But like I said, so at least that brass is getting picked up. But like I said, Gateway, they just take it and throw it away because there's just so much of it. But there's plenty of people like me who walk around and pick up as much as we can.
The only thing I'm picking up now is 357 because I'm not going to be shooting much 38s anymore. I'm going to be mostly shooting 357s unless I change my mind back. But and that's not a popular. Not everybody shooting 9mm at the range pistol wise. Yeah. So don't get much. Once in a while, I got to catch a few pieces here and there. But I'm still working my loads and trying to, because that semi-wad cutter, 170 grain semi-wad cutter in zinc is like 110 grains, whatever it is, 108 grains. It doesn't want to perform out of the rifle. It shoots out of my pistols fine. It won't perform out of the rifle for some stupid reason. I tried all kinds of things, different powders, whatnot. Whatever I loaded for the rifle, it didn't work. Shoots fine in a pistol. So it's something about that bullet. So I got a couple of molds. I got a round nose one and another semi-wad cutter, smaller bullet though, and weight wise. Soon I'll be casting some of them up and loading some test rounds up and decide which one is going to work the best in the rifle. So once I've got that round, then naturally I'll have a ton loaded for the rifle.
Well, like Kyle says, I always leave with, especially 9mm, I always leave with more than what I came in with. And like I said, now that I'm starting to raid the backstop and get lead out there, I don't tear it up or anything, but they use sand, so it's real easy to clean it up and run it through a couple sifters and so
yeah, you can get plenty of lead that way. That's for sure. My range, I talked to them a while ago, but I'm not loading lead anymore. But they said, no, you really can't sift the range.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't think it's ever been sifted since I've been coming here. And he says, actually, it hasn't been cleaned. No.
I think technically you're not supposed to do it, but they really don't say, yeah. I mean, if I showed up there with a friggin', some kind of once a year they'll have a company come in and actually sift it, but I think it gets treated as hazardous waste because it's lead, and of course everybody gets all paranoid about lead, Don't
Well,
need.
my range now got a zinc problem now, so I shoot the same point every time. So it's when I shoot pistol, same point every time. When I shoot rifle, same point every time. So they got a hell of a lot of zinc in those two areas.
Yep.
But yeah, so it's I'm sitting looking at my garage is such a mess, and I'm going like I said, my mess is 15 medium-sized flat rate boxes of zinc that I haven't even opened yet. Okay, that I did that trade zinc for tin,
Mhm.
and I've got I don't know, the post office up here they have these white containers for mail. They're maybe 2 foot long by a foot wide by a foot deep. I got 3 of those filled with zinc on top of it that I emptied the boxes into. So I have a lot of melting to do. But yeah, zinc is to me the zinc is it works for my plinking, and I know I'm good to 100 yards with it's still a decent group. So at 200 yards, I ain't gonna miss you. That's for sure.
Well, and we were discussing this a few weeks ago. Rocky Mountain Reloading is using
Right.
zinc-based jackets, and so far, I mean, I have one load with the 45, which is pretty accurate, but it's the velocity's kind of low, so I'm not real happy with it. And then the load, the same load, but just a little bit harder. The accuracy, well, the one time I shot it, I was barely able to hit the box with it, but starting to come down the flue, so that might have been affecting my shooting. But got nice velocity. It was like well above 900 feet per second with the 225 grain. Like I said, the accuracy wasn't very impressive. And then in the Colt, same thing. It was. I got a nice load that's running about a little over 900 feet per second, but I think it needs a little fine tuning. But I mean, overall, I mean, I can still peg a man-sized target at 50 yards with it if I needed to.
What rifle? What caliber?
It's the Model 25, the Smith & Wesson Long Colt. I don't have any like lever action or I don't have any.
No, that's all right. I'm just trying to relate to your velocity issue. The 170 grain lead bullet comes in at around 108 grain zinc.
Yeah.
I'm coming out at 1,700 feet per second out of a 6-inch barrel.
Yeah.
You're not loading them hot enough yet.
I used to load 110 grain Hornady 357. Well, yeah, 357 caliber bullets, and it was like close to the 1,800 feet per second range with those things. And that's out of a handgun.
Well, your bullet in zinc or zinc plate or whatever it is supposed to be. If it was a copper bullet, what would it weigh?
It would weigh 230. So there's only like a 5 grain difference between.
That's it.
Yeah.
There ain't much zinc in that. That's just a plating then.
I don't like. As far as I know, it's not a plated bullet. They have a jacket. It's they haven't broken down what the actual percentage is. There's still some copper in there, but it's a very low. They just say a low percentage.
I'd have to. I meant to call them. I have it on my list of phone calls to make. I was going to talk to them about it to try to help you out. But if it's only a few grains difference.
Oh yeah, no, it's and like I said, it's I'm actually enjoying it. If it wasn't for the fact that zinc and lead don't play well together if you get too hot. If it wasn't, that's the only thing that I'm worried about.
The zinc and lead. Your issue is if you've got zinc in a lead pot that's melting, you're casting at 500, 600 degrees, let's say. Yeah. All right. The zinc is starting to get soft. So what happens is now you get mud.
Soft.
You've got to bring the temperature up to the zinc level. Then it'll mix. Willie Bulletman proved that. Okay, I've never tried it. I've never played with it. I didn't want to take a pot of zinc and lead and mix it up for the hell of it to find out what was going to happen.
Let me go hit the men's room real quick and get a cup of coffee, and I'll bring some of those bullets in because I do have the shot rounds.
Because they don't actually, how should I put it? If you got to get a good stir on the pot and then cast a few bullets, and then get a good stir on the pot and cast a few. They don't like to meld together, but if you keep it mixed well, you can cast the bullet that's lead and zinc combined, but you won't get consistent weights. That's the problem. Because
Andy, it's just not worth it. You know,
No,
just use one or the other.
yeah,
Just
I'm
use
just
one or the other.
Willie
No.
tried it and it worked, but that was the issue was that he couldn't get a consistent weight.
Yeah, well, you know, he one thing about Willie, he was a little he was getting up on the other side of the bed of, you know, everybody else. You know, he started casting, you know, zinc long before, you know, it ever really kind of caught on, you know.
Well, Willie and I go
he's
way
kind of
back.
one of
with
the
this thing.
pioneers. He was
You
kind of
know,
one of the pioneers that got it going on YouTube where people actually started
Really?
saying, yeah, use
No,
zinc.
Willie and I were talking. He never casted zinc till I got him in going on it. And
Oh, okay.
I sent him a pot, an electric pot that hold a pound, and that's where he started doing it. All right.
Yeah,
And
I was
ladle
unaware of that.
boring- ladle
I thought he-
boring at that point. And after he got going a little bit, and he was liking the zinc, then I sent him out a real pot for his birthday or Christmas. I don't remember which it was. I was hoping to get it back, but it never happened. His kids just like disappeared. They were getting rid of everything, and then they just disappeared. So I told him, I'll buy it back. I don't care. I gave it to him as a birthday gift, a Christmas gift. I said, I'll buy it back. I don't care. And nothing happened. But yeah, he started playing, trying to, he asked me a lot about the zinc and lead, and I told him, you got to heat the lead. You got to put the lead at 800 degrees and, you know, and add your zinc and keep it stirred. And that's what he was doing. And he had success with it, but except for the weight, it was all over the place.
Yeah, I was unaware that you and
Oh yeah,
you and Willie had a relationship before he started using zinc.
yeah. Elvis got me going. Okay, watching his stuff, and I was playing with a little ladle pour stuff, and I was casting and was having success. And that's when I went out and chased a real pot. I'm looking at that. What do you got?
Okay,
there?
roll this.
Yeah, these are the
Blow roll this
225.
up. Blow roll this up.
Yeah, these are the 225 grain zinc ball.
Hang on.
Wow, they mushroom pretty good. They must have a lot of lead in them.
Well, it's a lead core, of course, but mostly it's because it's a bullet traveling at 900 feet per second, slamming into a bunch of other bullets in the backstop. So there's a couple that didn't deform, but yeah, I mean, if it hits something hard enough, so I guess if you hit somebody in the head, you're going to get some deformation as it goes through the skull and stuff. Same thing if you hit somebody in the chest, if you have to use them for fighting or whatever. But just beyond 45 long Colts.
Yeah, Kyle, I remember that.
Probably not going to be my first choice.
When Willie visited Kyle, and he went home with a ton of zinc.
Rollis.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so one of the things I'd kind of like to suggest to you, see, at the turn of the century, you know, you had like, you know, 44 Special, 44 Russian, and you had 45 Colt.
Right.
And the bullseye guys of the day back then, they were using 45 Colt, and there was loadings for 45 Colt that they were shooting 50 yards, and you know they were getting groups the size of your palm. They were shooting one hand, And that was with the guns of the day too. That was with, Bisley, single action armies and whatever, And so what I would do if I were you is I would research, what, back in the day, what those guys were using and what speeds they were using and what bullet styles they were casting, and try that with your Model 25. You may be surprised, because that Model 25, it'll shoot like a match gun. It will.
Oh, it's yeah, no, I have no doubt about that, and I do enjoy shooting it. I enjoy the load. But if I'm going into a gun battle, knowing, well, if I know there's a gun battle coming, I'm going the opposite fucking direction. I don't need that shit. But if worse comes to worse, I'm just going to be like everybody else. I'm just going to have a Glock with that many rounds in it, and just evade till I can get to a rifle. I like my revolvers, obviously. I mean, they're, but the 9mm will do the job good enough to get me to my rifle, and then if I have to fight, I'm going to do everything I can to get to a rifle and fight with that. It's not downplaying it. I love the 45 Colt. I've come to really like it in the last few weeks. I love the 44 Special. 44 Magnum, fun for about the first 25, 30 rounds. And then it loses the charm. But you can sit there and shoot 44 Special all day long, and you can duplicate get a 200 or 240 grain bullet traveling about 850, 900 feet per second. But you still only have 6 rounds to fight with. So if I'm going to a fight, I'm either taking a 45 or a 9mm, and preferably 9mm, just simply because you got more rounds.
My 629, when I bought it, it was a classic Hunter model, and I looked it over real good, and I knew the guy that owned it, and he shot it very little. He actually got it. He bought it brand new, and so when I got it, I went ahead and I called Clark Custom, and I sent it to them, and they did their Jerry Michalik trigger job on it, right. And they went ahead and went through the action and everything, and I told them to go ahead and true the cylinder to the bore and all that stuff, and they said that didn't need to be done because it was perfect from the factory, right. And so anyway, I talked to him. They did what they did do is they put a different they lengthened the forcing cone a little bit, so it's not quite as abrupt, so it doesn't damage a lead bullet as much as a real abrupt one. And so but I'll tell you what, that pistol is amazing. That 629 I've got, man, that thing's a match gun. It is a match gun. And it ran me about, I don't know, it was about, well, at the time when I did it, it was all the work and everything was about, I don't know, $500. That was for, everything being gone through and all that. They also went ahead and polished out the barrel too. They lapped the barrel for it. And I told them too, I said, I'm going to be shooting lead bullets through it. So, and I think I said, I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. I don't buy jacketed bullets for 44s. That's what he said. He says, yeah, you can get more performance out of your cast ones than you can with the jacketed ones. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, don't sneer at the Model 25. That's a good pistol. Yeah.
Oh no. Like I said, I love the end frame classic design, anyways. So
yeah.
I still need at least one in 44, and I need at least one in 41 Magnum. Mm-hmm. And actually, I'd like to have both a 29-6 and a 29-4. My first Model 29 was actually a 4-inch, and just some things come up, and I had to let it go. needed money one week, and yeah,
I had one of those. I had a 4-inch Model
Yeah.
2090 Blue model, and it was
Mhm.
dash 2, and I kicked myself. I sold it too. God.
well, like I said, apparently the state of Ohio kind of frowns upon you driving drunk. Um,
Oh,
so
boy.
that I spent a long time fighting that particular one, and so
You weren't in an 18-wheeler, were you?
yeah, yeah. And but I was it cost me a good bit of time and a good bit of money
Yeah.
to fight it. So good evening, hobbies. So
You know what? You know, I have I live in a sleepy little town over here, and we've gotten it's just a sign of the time with the population growing around here, I guess. But I was downtown the other day. I had to go to the bakery, and then I had to go to the marine market, and I had to pick up a few things. And so while I was down there, I was out there, on the sidewalk and walking through town and everything. And the police here,
mhm.
I mean, they used to be like, John friendly, come right up to you, shake your hand, talk to you a little bit, whatever, that sort of thing. Just, just a real light day. Everything's cool, And nowadays, man, their police vehicles are like combat vehicles, and they drive by like they're on some secret mission. They're going to go out and do something. You know what I mean? And
Well-
it's like, man, what the hell's going on? This used to be a nice place to live. And
Yeah,
now we
well,
got
the very
got the-
people.
Kitsap County militia out here, police, force protection, driving around in their combat vehicles. I mean, I'm surprised they don't have a 50 cal mounted on the top of their rigs.
The especially for the area you're at, the very people complaining about the militarization of the police are the same ones causing the militarization of the police.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I know this is going to piss off some people that are in emergency services. I'm sorry. If you're police, firefighter, EMT, whatever, hey, your service is appreciated above. I mean, you guys really do a great job out there. However, you are not the military. Okay. And it seems to me that the police and the firefighters and all that, they want to elevate themselves to this level of like the military, and they're not. You have a job. I mean, in the military, you signed up for it, and you're on the clock 24 hours a day, and you follow orders. That's it, period. And it is all about, your service to this country comes first. It doesn't have anything to do with your family or anything like that. But it's like I said, they're trying to elevate the police and military. I mean, the police and the firefighters up to the level of the military. It's not the same. It's not the same, man. It isn't. Anyway, that's my rant.
Yeah, well, I mean, we have the same thing going on around here. Fortunately, at least this area is relatively not hostile. Like during the Summer of Love a couple of years ago, the local, this was up in Jacksonville, so it'd be DePaul County, the next county up. He said if that stuff starts to kick off here, he's going to deputize every swinging dick with a gun and just put everybody on the street and just and he's going to nip that stuff in the bud right there. And the sheriff at the time, he was a black dude. There's I think he's still sheriff now. So and we're not going to tolerate that stuff down here. Yeah, it just burning everything down because you're mad about something.
I don't know if you've seen what's been going on in New York City the last day or two, but they're rioting in the streets. They're blocking the ICE locations. They're pulling all the New York City has like big planters outside with trees in them. They're dragging them out into the middle of the street. They're knocking them over. they're taking dumpsters, pushing them out of alleys and pushing them over, and they're doing nothing to stop them. It's like they're letting them do it. It's not even tear gas, unless you got somebody really violent. They're using pepper spray.
Right.
Andy, the same thing happened in Seattle not too long ago.
Yeah, I mean,
Same
and it's like, I'm sorry.
They took over a police precinct.
These people
They
think,
took over a police precinct in Seattle.
yeah, I know.
And you know what? The police chief, she was this woman, and she just came out and she was like, "Oh, we're all going to get along sooner or later. They're just expressing themselves. That's all they're doing. And it's just all this downplay crap. And I was thinking, man, we need to break out the National Guard, start busting them heads. That's what we need to do.
The
Put up with that crap.
the Clay County sheriff, from my county, she would go out there and she'd be cracking heads, because she came up, as far as I understand, she came up right up through the ranks and then ran for sheriff. There's a small scandal, and it turned out to be like 99% bullshit. So the sheriff, the original sheriff, he just went ahead and retired out. And she took over, and she's been reelected since then. And she'd be out there cracking head, right there on her own.
What do they have? Those shotguns that shoot little sandbags or something? Break them out. Start using them. Those people disappear real fast.
Mm-hmm. There is one video. I don't know if it's Los Angeles or Seattle or Portland, wherever. This guy, he was starting to get real uppity with he was just a YouTuber, but a YouTuber reporter just walking around filming the riots out front of the ICE building. And the guy doing the filming who's being harassed, he's like, listen, you need to stop because they got a laser on you. And the guy's, what are you talking about? What then he looked, well, I don't care. And then one of his buddies came over and grabbed him and said, no, you're about to get shot. Yeah, because he was starting to get a little bit physical with this reporter. And the fucking cops, they just lit him up. They had a couple lasers on him. So from snipers on top of the building there. So, they just need to crack heads. I mean, it's one thing to stand down in front of the building and tell them that they suck. It's another thing when you're burning stuff and getting in the way. Sorry.
Well, I think they tried to get the reaction out of Portland. They were trying to pour gas on the fire to get rioting and stuff going on down there to draw attention to themselves. The NAFTA or whatever people, and they tried it here in Seattle and they just couldn't get it off the ground. But now New York is kind of a hot spot, so that's the reason why it's going on in New York is they're pouring gas on the fire to try to draw attention to themselves. That's what they're doing. They're concentrating everything in there.
Well,
it's a hot spot. New York.
They got to just start arresting the people. First of all, if they're just marching down the street is one thing, but if you're taking shit that doesn't belong to you, pulling it into the middle of the street, breaking it, knocking it down, spilling it out, that's not normal. You should be arrested. So
any damage, graffiti, anything.
They should start.
Enforce.
ICE is not there. ICE is not there to arrest them. Okay, ICE is there for a reason. And the police department, our great governor says, no, just don't do nothing.
Yeah.
We'll lock, if you arrest them, they're out in 24 hours or less. Because that's New York's law, and that's got to stop. There was just another person in New York that was killed by somebody that's already been arrested 18 times. For assault and rape and this and that, and he's back on the street.
They don't give a shit. There was that Ukrainian chick who got stabbed to death by a guy who had been busted, who knows how many times.
Yep.
And then a couple weeks ago in Chicago, same thing. Just this chick's on the subway and multiple felon just went in there, threw gasoline on her, and set her on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just.
And it's like, even like here in New York, okay, I've already talked to a lawyer just for argument contact, somebody I know that's a lawyer. It's not like I went and I said, so I have a New York State pistol permit. I used to have a carry permit, but I had to have credentials for that. When I gave up my credentials, I lost my carry capability. Although my carry was never good in New York City. Okay.
Right.
So, okay, I don't really go into the city. I'm not too worried about that. But now, with the way things are, I'm not allowed to bring my gun into Walmart. I can't carry it. I'm not allowed to. So I go into a Walmart and some guy comes in there, starts shooting, and I can't defend myself. I can sue New York State.
You can't do it if you're dead. You can't do it if you're dead.
Yeah. Well.
Yes, I understand that, but I'm just trying to the thing is New York State can be sued in a situation like that where I can't defend myself because of your unconstitutional laws.
Well, there's like 12 pro-gun rulings just coming out, and one of them is places like your situation. The other thing,
New York. It's not New York.
I know, but what they're saying is everyone has a right, and they also cut off where these states pull funny business on you. Say you're trying to get a permit, and they just drag it for a year or something.
Oh,
now
you have 2 years, 40 years ago.
The new ruling is now you have to do it within 60 days, otherwise the person gets.
But,
there's a bunch of good gun rulings coming out right now.
Oh yeah, but New York State is not affected by any of them. It's against one state. It's not against 50 states. It's against one state in court. So if the precedent gets set, then people have to bring that case up to the courts for each individual state.
I think they said it affects 46 states.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Except the rest of them that are Democrat controlled. New York, California. Okay, that's the ones that are still getting away with everything.
Yeah. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
So, that's what's going on. So, it's like this is the time of year I always carried my gun when I went somewhere because of crime. I could be in a parking lot, never mind somewhere else. I could be in a parking lot and somebody could there's so many people on, somebody's behind you don't even realize it. He clobbers you, takes your shit, gets your keys, steals your car. I can't even defend myself against that because I'm not allowed to carry my gun. So that's the thing and then there is a guy, a 67-year-old guy that just happened to. It wasn't in New York, but it was in another one of those strict carry places where his gun was not legal. He didn't have a permit, but he was a 67-year-old guy, never bothers anybody, that was attacked. And he defended himself and shot the guy. Okay, the guy that he shot's okay, but he's in jail. The other guy's in jail for having criminal possession of a firearm. Are you kidding me? And the other guy's not in jail for attacking him. So you tell me what's going on.
All that needs to be fixed. All of it, every state.
Well, that's the whole point. When they fix it and they allow it, the crime is going to go down. That's simple.
It will. You're talking about protesters. They just had one in Germany. and the police got all beat up and everything because they're not doing it right. And I think they went to Italy, the same type protesters. They did one in Italy also. I think it was Italy or Spain, probably Italy. And the riot police just charged all the protesters and just started wailing on them, knock them down, everything. Boom, solved your problem.
Crack a few fucking heads. Amazing how that works.
It was totally different. You can watch like both of them, and one reacts differently, and they're like, they ain't gonna do nothing. It'll take,
Yeah, because
and then it shows the other one, and they just started running at him, and boom, boom, getting away, run you right over, and
that's it.
and they had clubs. Yeah, let's stop that right now.
Yeah, but again, same thing in New York City. The police department was there, and they were doing nothing. Okay, the only thing that you saw a cop do was like if a guy tried to stand in front of a van, they moved him. But the guy that was throwing shit at the van or dragging shit into the street, they did nothing about.
Yeah, they know it, and that's where they go to the places they can get away with it. You got Portland, Seattle, New York, Chicago. Where else? A few others. Oh,
In New York, have you seen all the celebrity singers and stuff that had concert dates set up in New York City? They said, we're not coming.
good.
We're not doing them. They're all backing away from it. We're not coming into New York City.
Yeah.
And that's because of the mayor-elect, Mudani, or whatever the hell is his name. They're rejecting him big time. And they got stuff on him. But the problem is, it takes too long to do anything. Like,
Yeah,
if you got this evidence, well, look at the Letitia James bullshit. Some judge, Democratic judge Obama put in, is saying, she's overdue. She's only got the attorney was only allowed 120 days appointment, and well, it ain't her fault that she couldn't get it done in the 120 days. The courts kept pushing off the date for her to do her work.
Yeah.
So they're out. What Kamala and her think they're off the hook. They got new charges coming up on it. Plus, the way it was dismissed, they can bring the charges back on for the rest of it. So it's like, are you kidding me? These judges need to go.
I hate all these pissant judges that are just, they think they can change the world and they're not voted in. And yeah. Oh, well.
A lot of these judges were appointed by Obama. That's how far back it goes. And now they're doing their thing that they were put there to do. And it's ridiculous that they're allowed to get away with interfering in the justice system.
Mm-hmm. All right. What else is going on? Okay, so you haven't had snow yet.
I'm about to get out of here anyway, cleaning lady tomorrow. So everybody have a great night.
Okay. Do a video on the table.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah. If I do it, it'll be this later in the week because I think the mat doesn't come till Monday, so I'm gonna probably tomorrow just wind things up and mark where I'm gonna put everything so I can because I want to put the mat on top of the table before I drill any holes. I don't want to make the holes afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be mounted under the mount. So the items will be mounted on top of the mat, so the mat doesn't move. I don't want to glue it down or anything. It's just the mat. It'll be held in place by the vise on one end and the square deal on the other end. So anyway, everybody have a great night. We'll talk to you soon.
Enjoy the rest of the weekend.
Take care, Andy. And
Well,
make
Andy,
sure,
you know what? We love you. You're in our thought. Yeah.
your leg and your
Good night, Andy.
Yeah, make sure to say how much it is, and it's only for gun stuff. No. As long as you say 140 dineros, just don't say dollars, whatever.
Clams, bones, potatoes.
I don't like the word beans. People use beans too much.
Now, let me ask you something. Does bucks actually show up as does that consider is that considered money? Because oh, that's $100. Yeah.
They probably consider that money. I didn't even name a price when I got a strike. I just showed 2 bullets, made hollow points. Shot them in jugs. So they have no rhyme or reason. One guy gets away with murder. One video, the other guy doesn't. One guy gets paid more and has more commercials. The other guy doesn't.
Jim, you're on a list, man. Your name is on a dry erase board.
Yeah, they're looking to erase you. That's the.
No, they got his name on a dry erase board on a list, and they got the little pointer out, and they have their morning meeting with their coffee, and they say, "Okay, has anybody checked on Uncle Jim's stuff?"
No, it's no people at all. It's all like computer generated.
Well, I would take it more personally.
You can't even talk to anybody.
Side note, just thought about this. Didn't get a chance to use it today, but Brass Goat has come out with a 308 brass catcher.
Oh, nice.
And like I said, I just didn't have the opportunity to use it today. I already have it set up and it's hooked up and it looks like it's going to work fine. That's probably going to be the next.
I think it's the best option out there. I mean, you can hook on your things to your rails, but this you can use it with the catcher, with the hopper, or without, and put it right in a box.
There's a knockoff, and I bought a couple of them because you just can order them through Amazon, and they work pretty good, but you don't have the detachable hopper.
Yeah,
made in China and stuff. But I mean, overall, like I said, it does what it's supposed to do. But the Brass Goat's you can just hold it until it's a lot nicer.
Yeah, I don't know about 308, but a 223. If you take the hopper off and just put a towel or a box or anything right there, and you want to check your primer without taking anything off. Boom, just take the hopper off, shoot around. It's right there on the towel. It didn't go anywhere. It just falls right. It already hit the thing, and now it's coming straight down. That way you can check your loads, your primer, your brass, and then put the hopper on.
Exactly. So, I mean, but like I said, excuse me, Joe. Seems like it's a pretty good setup.
Is it bigger? It has to be bigger because 308.
Oh, yeah.
308 is going to fill that thing up fast.
It looks like it will hold about 20, maybe 25 rounds, but probably most likely if I'm, when I'm using it, 9 times out of 10, unless I'm like, say, moving through an obstacle course or something, which I've never done that, but just, anyways, I'll just take the hopper off and just let it hit the ground. Even if it falls onto the ground, it should be right there at your feet where, you're not having to walk down 5 tables and make sure it's your piece of brass that you're picking up and not somebody else's, shit like that.
If you're resting, it should just drop right on a folded up towel. I even use it for the 22 ARs just so I don't have so much brass debris in the backyard.
Oh, I mean,
the only thing is it'll go clink, clink, clink when you're suppressed. Clink, clink, clink. You hear the yeah. Oh, I love it. See, I got that from Hesaw, and a couple of them. One for my son, one for me. And I never even knew about those. He sent me stuff I never knew about before. And now, hell yeah, never go back.
If your boy ever gets into casting brass or copper, that seems like it'd be something right up his alley as far as that goes.
Yeah.
Cut all that 22 brass and then make stuff out of them.
Yeah, we talked about getting a cauldron, whatever they call it.
The crucible. You get a furnace.
And
they're fun. I just haven't done any in a couple years because I just started to get sort of bored with it. Now my pot needs to be rebuilt, or else I need to get a new one. I just haven't taken the time to do it, and I want to start. They call them coins, and brass coins, copper coins, zinc coins, and you can buy molds, and they'll have or you can have them made and whatnot. So yeah, I want that's where, especially 22s. I mean, you get a range and you sweep up all the 22s that everybody leaves on the ground. Doesn't take long to get a few dozen pounds of that.
Well, I'd say 308 also that the primers, so Berdan.
Right.
And so I just saved that. That's a lot of brass. And what our thinking is say you do a Bowie knife, your guard and the back end, and you can do them in brass and just clean them up after, just do a little casting of it. It didn't even have to be a full casting, just one side. And then you just polish them up, clean them up.
That'd be a perfect use. You're saying, Thor?
Oh, I'm gonna roll out, man. I'm gonna get my heat pad out, man. My shoulders bother me. But Guns and Water or Kyle or whatever, maybe the Scotsman's out there. I don't know. Maybe they can come in and keep the ball rolling. But yeah, I'm gonna roll out right now, man. I've been waking up in the middle of the night with I get a Charlie horse. I get a Charlie horse in my arm, man, and it wakes me up in the middle of the night, man. It hurts like hell.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on, and I got to look into those tortilla things. And yeah, hope you get better.
Yeah, the store-bought ones, the store-bought Lefse sucks. Just thought I might let you know that. You make them homemade, man. That's the way to do them. that is the way to do them. That's the crowd pleaser right there. So yeah, man, we'll catch you guys later. So Guns and Water, why don't you come on, or Kyle, why don't you come on? Go in.
Yeah, put up
catch you later.
Okay, take care.
See you in a little bit.
I might have to redo it since I got bumped. Control. Yep. I got to redo it for a minute. Invite. Every time you get bumped, you lose everything.
Right.
Man, it's so cold. The lighters. There we go. All right. Oops. Anyway, yeah, we're saving our brass. Not so much the 22, but
well, if you guys get into doing the casting, and you can get into it for like $400 or $500. The biggest thing about using 22 though, number one, you got to make sure there's no water in those cases, because that'll cause a steam explosion. And I blew up a crucible one time. I was dropping cases in there, and there's probably most likely is water. I don't think it was an actual loaded round, because I checked 10 times, and So anyways, I was loading in there, and the damn thing blew up on me. I have the videos up there somewhere about 100 years ago now. And it just blew molten brass everywhere, and it just blew it right past me. And so fortunately I didn't take any brass in the face or on the body, because that's close to 1800 degrees when it goes.
Yeah.
But one thing is, like with 22s, sometimes if there's still a little bit of primer compound in there, you'll get pops and pings and stuff. So
Yeah.
That's something you do have to be careful, be aware of.
Well, you could preheat them so they're not melted. Just
Normally that's a good idea anyways. But yeah, I would take them and put them in a little, actually I had a little cast iron, looked like a little cast iron skillet I bought on Amazon for like $10, and I'd throw the bunch of brass on there, and just let it heat.
yeah.
The other
Get
stuff
rid of
in the
yeah.
crucible. And then once I had enough, once the first, let's say the first batch, and then you just keep adding to it. And like I said, so that should get out any moisture and should get out. But just because it should doesn't mean it will.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think it'd be fun. You could
Yeah,
probably,
it's nifty when you get a good pour going and everything. And there's a bunch of guys that do it on YouTube there. So there's
yeah, I've seen guys making stuff out of junk and everything. They're like, they take something apart and says this was free, and then boom, they make something out of it.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
If you really want to get involved, you start using chemical. You melt you make the proper chemicals and just melt the copper out, and you melt the silver out, and then you reformulate the silver and the gold and everything. Guy calls them. He goes by the handle C-tips, I think it is, and he uses chemical methods to separate all the stuff, and it's just he's doing some really nasty stuff. I'll take my chances with exploding cauldrons before I start doing some of these chemicals he has to deal with.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want any toxic waste. So yeah, Kyle's going to bed too. So it's all right. We have a short chat. I don't know if I'm going to re-up the StreamYard thing. So I got to figure that out next couple days.
Well, if you don't re-up it, how many people are you allowed to have on at a time?
I don't know if they're still doing it free. So I got to see if they still do it free, but it's 6 if they're free.
Okay.
Yeah, it's plenty nowadays. So
yeah, I don't think I've ever seen.
We used to bitch all the time about only 6, and I'd bow out and let someone on. Now, it's 10. I don't need 10. It's not the same as it used to be as busy. So if I do cancel, gonna miss Christmas and everything, I might just skip live chats anyway. I've been doing it long enough. I get Saturday nights off and blah, blah, blah. We'll figure it out. Hey, Cranky. Hey, Cranky. How you doing, Cranky? Hope everything's doing good. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. That's funny, Kyle. Yeah. So I do save the big brass in case we ever melt it. He could use his forge. But it's better to have one of those little, cauldron things, whatever you call them.
Yeah, they call them the technical, or seem to be technical, is a
kiln
furnace. Kilns are different. Kilns are different animal, but the furnace, you put a cauldron. The cauldron is what you do the actual melting in, and usually it's a graphite, and they'll last, if you take care of them. They'll last quite a few cycles. And of course, I've had them blow up on me the first time I've used them, even though they were, even though I took and and you're supposed to cook them at about 500, at about 500 degrees for a couple hours to drive any moisture out of them before you start actually using them.
Uh-huh.
But hey, there's Kyle. And then, what's that?
I said where?
Right there in front of me.
Oh,
At
okay.
least-
All right.
Going to bed, Kyle. So
No,
you've done them a few times, just like a lot of new, like say you got a little oven or something, yeah, but boil the stuff off of them, and yeah.
I just put them in the regular oven, set it at 500 degrees, let it go for about 3 or 4 hours, and then you just let it slowly cool down. And then, like I said, normally they should be good.
I think that's a little bit of overkill, man.
Uh,
500 degrees for 4 hours.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a crucible that's going to be running at almost 2,000 degrees, but you got to get the moisture cooked out of them.
Well, I mean,
And then,
water evaporates at 212. I mean, just put it in there at 300 degrees for about 30 minutes and you should be good.
Listen, this is what the guys who do this professionally say to do it as, and you got to get it all. Yeah, if there's any moisture left in the cauldron, it'll just once it gets up to about 1,800 degrees, then the damn thing will blow up on you, and then you got to rebuild your pot because of
Well, I can see being extra safe when you're dealing with 2,000 degrees.
Yeah. So then that's like the ones I have now, even though they've been cured once, they've been sitting for 2 years out in the shed. So before I ever use them again, I'll put them back in the oven and let them go for 2 or 3 hours, and just drive out any moisture that may have built back up in them. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, if like you said, if you get a good if you do a good job on it, it's just really cool watching it happen and doing it. And when they blow up on you, you get real interesting hospital bills.
Yay! I've seen people take old expired fire extinguishers or spent fire extinguishers and cut them in half and use them as the crucible, and you get a couple of them. Use one as the mold for your furnace.
Right.
Use the other one as a crucible, and play around with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's neat. The guys the one guy who I really enjoy watching, he goes by the handle of Big Stack D, Australian fella, and he's just you just watch him strip this stuff down, take the copper out and the brass, and he'll do molds, and then he does put them in kilns to the molds in the kilns to dry them out, and then he'll make stuff, statues and figurines and stuff like that, and it's just all pretty nifty.
Yeah.
He's to the point now where he has his own not a lathe, but metal. What the hell is it when you do the planing?
Mill?
Huh?
Mill?
Yeah, he has his own mill now. Instead of having to sand it, he just mills them down and hits them, just buffs them out and gets the mirror polished. I mean, it's just real cool.
Cool.
That's a little bit beyond my wheelhouse. I'm having a hard enough time melting lead down into ingots and using that. So
it's basically the same idea. You're just dealing with hotter, higher temperatures is what it comes down to.
But it's a whole hobby and another rabbit hole.
Yep, and I've got enough rabbit holes.
I know, so do I. I can't even get anything done.
I can't walk without snapping an ankle. I got so many damn rabbit holes.
Yeah.
Hell, just this last week, in addition to cooking everything for Thanksgiving, not everything, but I did all the meat smoking. I made about 20 pounds of homemade bacon, 3 different batches of hot sauce, dehydrated all kinds of peppers, froze a bunch of bell peppers that were given to me, chopped them up and everything for the dogs and us and all that. There's all kinds of rabbit holes, and that's in addition to making my own chili powders and stuff like that. Where's the time?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It's better to have 10 hobbies than it is to sit on the friggin' couch and just die of a fucking heart attack when you're 50.
And I loaded 200 rounds of 30-06.
Oh, hell. I tried to shoot. I did 50 rounds today. I'm not impressed with the scope I have on the 30-06, but I just don't want to run the plastic to get the scope I want to put on it. So,
Right.
And they actually put it's on sale, but you have to buy it through their store instead of Amazon. And you either pay cash, you pay Sizzle, which is $300 every 2 weeks, which I just can't swing that probably for the next 2 or 3 months. Or you go through PayPal, you pay 35% interest on a PayPal loan. You wind up paying more for the scope than if I just ran it on the Amazon card for free.
Right.
It's like, I'll wait a couple months. Yeah.
That Amazon card, that thing will suck you in, man.
Yeah. Be careful with them.
I'm still paying for a pool cleaner I bought 5 years ago, I think.
I'm not that bad, but yeah, we got enough on it now that it's time to get paid down. Everything.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I finally went, I gotta put my phone down. I looked at my wife, I said, can you block this app?
Once I get close to the $1,000 mark, it's like, this is time to, you just, unless you're buying flea pills or something for the dogs, it's just like, we're just going to hold off.
Yeah.
Mine's not stupid, but my credit limit is way too high, and I'm nowhere near it, but they should not have given me that.
No, I know exactly what you're saying. They're Synchrony. First off, this it's all through Synchrony, anyways, or whatever they call it. And if you have even a mild heartbeat, they'll give you plenty of credit to hang yourself with. I just it's just like, we're done till it's paid off.
I figured out that you can find anything you want on Amazon. And like I say, I bought my pool cleaner, had it almost paid off. Then the water heater took a crap. I bought a water heater off Amazon.
Water heater.
Oh, it's the size of a briefcase, dude, and it runs my whole house.
Oh, okay. You got it on demand.
Yeah. And it was a great deal compared to what they wanted to charge me for a tank water heater. It was half the price of a tank water heater. Of course, I had to spend almost exactly what I had in the tankless water heater on the new breakers and wiring and plumbing and everything to hook it up.
Yeah, next water heater we do, it's going to be on demand, and
I love it. As a matter of fact, I got it right before Willie came over from California. That's when my water heater took a crap and flooded my basement. Like a week before I was gonna have a house full of YouTubers. I was like, son of a bitch.
There we go.
How's it going, Gunswatter?
Oh, pretty good. How you doing?
Cranky. If you pay attention and you stay on top of your card, a lot of that stuff you can get interest free for 6 months or 12 months. That's the biggest reason. When I do buy this next rifle scope, like I said, it'll be sometime early next year once I have it paid back down. Run it for 1 year, interest free, get it paid off as soon as you can. So Amazon makes money off my ass, but they don't make as much as they could.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Gunswatter.
Oh, that's okay. I had to go in, give my mom her insulin, and give her some metformin, and get her all set down. I put on the National Lampoon Christmas Vacation, but I think she's gonna change the channel.
What a fantastic movie.
Oh, I love that. It's almost over, but it's gonna start again.
Awesome.
Oh, we're gonna see it all month. Yeah, it'll be.
I love that movie.
Yeah, one of my favorites. You got a hell of a light show in the background. What's going on?
I'm out on the back porch here. It's screened in. I got heaters going so I can smoke a cigar outside. And so I thought, well, I'll hang up some lights, and I got a little fake Christmas tree at the dollar store. I put that on the picnic table. So I made it a little festive.
There you go. There you go.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as December rolls around, I think I'm going to get a tree. I got one in a shed, one of those fake jobbies, but I was thinking about getting a real one.
Okay, Cranky.
I asked Susan if we're doing any of the holiday stuff. She's like, nah, not this year. So now I have a shed full of Thanksgiving and fall and Halloween and Christmas stuff, and it's just
Well, we had so many people die around Christmas time, and my father was the last one, so we haven't decorated anything for 3 or 4 years. And mom has Alzheimer's, and I thought, well, maybe I'll do a little decorating this year.
mhm.
There you go.
We're not real Christmassy or holiday people, lights and all that stuff. Just have a nice meal, enjoyed company with our family, and let it go. Let it be. Let that be it.
Yeah. Well, we used to always be big time, but last year we kept it simple. A tree. Don't pull out 1,000 Santa Clauses. And this year we'll probably do the same.
Up the road we have, and part of it is just I grew up Thanksgiving and especially when in the 70s and 80s, Thanksgiving and Christmas was cold. There's usually snow on the ground. Very rarely did you have a warm winter or fall. Even if you might not have snow, you had a lot of rain and it was just cold and almost miserable. Down here, it's like what it's like today is like what Ohio would be in even early October. So it just doesn't feel, it just doesn't feel right to me. Now, to people who've lived here all their lives, they'd go up to Ohio and say, "What's all the snow about?"
It's called weather. They have that.
Yeah. So that I think that's part of it. And it's just like, I'm 58 years old. Susan's 55. Josh is staying with us right now because he got involved with the Psycho Girl, and of course, he experienced Psycho Girl experiences. So now he's out of an apartment and he's looking for a new place and stuff. So he's here. But it just we had a couple of deaths real close to Thanksgiving. It's been a couple of years now, but still. And then Christmas, like you said, it's not that big of a deal for us. We're going to spend some time. Susan's taking last her vacation time for this year, and I'll take a few extra days off. But just to be honest, if they say, "Hey, we got you do this run over the holiday, you're gonna make great miles for that week," and be like, "Yeah, okay, get that fucking card paid off that much quicker."
Yep.
Yeah, if you live long enough, you'd be the last one.
That's a good way to look at it.
My grandfather told me that one. Yeah. We lost him around Christmas, lost my father around Christmas, my grandmother. Yeah, my dad was like Christmas Eve, and that
Right.
was the COVID crap. You know, he got caught up in that, and it was like, we'll only let one person in at a time. You know, it was a miserable time. I hate all them people that put that scamdemic down our throats.
Mhm.
Hey,
They killed more people with isolation than they did, than who died of actual COVID. There was something going on, but it was nowhere near what it was, and we'll never know what the real numbers are because they lied about so much of it. Even if they came out and said, "Yeah, it was 100% a hoax," I still won't believe them.
Well,
No shit.
Yeah,
the stuff I've seen, that those shots, they're really coming out with a lot of problems to this day, with clotting and all kind of heart problems. It's just bad.
an ex of mine, I got word that she had a heart attack while she was in the tub, and I guarantee you she took the shot. I mean, I hadn't talked to her in a couple of years. It's been several years actually, but she was a big girl to start with, and she was having sugar problems and stuff. And I guarantee you she took that fucking shot, and I guarantee you that's what killed her. Yeah, maybe not directly, but indirectly.
Yeah, my mom took it 3 times. I finally got her to not take it. I had her to the doctors about a week ago, and they offered it to her, and she was ready to take it. And I said, look, take the flu shot, but you can leave that COVID shot alone.
Yeah.
What got me was after people stopped wearing their mask, a lot of people still wore them because they were so conditioned. It was like their security blanket, their little binky, and they were wearing masks when they didn't need to. Wait,
They're still wearing them here, Jim.
Oh yeah.
Jim, I was driving on a country road, and there's a Turkey Hill on it, and I saw the person walking to their job at Turkey Hill on the side of the road with a mask on after masks were long done with. I mean, people are crazy. How are you going to get COVID walking along the side of a road?
When I was at dirt road, because they just might have had the mask up, they said, "Hey, this is a good idea to keep all this dust out of my mouth."
It's a paved double-sided road, but it's Route 10. It actually is.
Well, here's my thinking. If I can smell a fart through that mask, it ain't stopping no virus.
Exactly.
Now, you come up with scientific proof where it'll stop a fart, then I'll maybe consider entertaining the fact that it'll stop a virus. But if I can smell a fart through it, you can kiss my ass.
You have to have one of them fire masks on with your own portable oxygen unit or some kind of scuba unit.
They'd love for you to have to do that just to make you do it. As far as I'm concerned, Listerine was probably the best thing you could use for COVID. Yeah.
You mean the flu?
Yeah.
Flu, but I mean, as far I'm not saying COVID-19 did not exist. I'm saying it did. I'm just saying that it was no worse than any other COVID that has happened in the last 5,000 years.
Well,
it absolutely did exist. Fauci paid the Chinese to make it, and then they released it.
Mm-hmm.
Hand sanitizer was a good thing,
What's amazing is there were no reported cases of the flu in, what was it, 2020?
Nobody died of cancer either. Nobody had heart attacks either.
But there were, 40 million cases of COVID? 80 million cases of COVID?
When you incentivize a diagnosis, you end up with more of the diagnosis. Whatever you're going to pay for, you're going to get.
Yeah, you ain't wrong.
You pay people not to work, you're going to have a lot of people not working.
Yep.
They had a guy.
I still know people that haven't even gone back to work yet. They're still getting paid to sit at home. Yeah, they got a laptop sitting in their, living room that they walk by 4 times a day, but they're still getting payroll. I don't get that.
They all got conditioned, and they're little binkies and staying at home and not working anymore, and it just got worse and worse. And it's like
I get up at 4 o'clock in the damn morning, and I got more conditions than anybody on this panel.
the best thing the masks ever did. It was for the thieves and Antifa and people that can cover their face because they don't want you to see their face. And that was
hid their identity, and now they're mad that the ICE agents are hiding their identity so you don't go after their families.
Yeah, I don't think that mask wasn't planned to do that.
5 years ago. You had to wear one 5 years ago. But now if they want to wear one to protect their identity for doing their job, now they're Nazis.
Well,
make it make sense, man. Make it make sense.
Those masks do save us from ugly people, though.
Yeah, they do. They do.
I tell you what, though, I had a lot of beautiful rides back and forth to work with nobody on the highway or turnpike.
You ain't wrong at all right there, brother. It took me, Rollis, you know where I live and you know where I used to work.
Right.
I could make it there in 12 minutes.
Oh, hell.
You see that red light? Piss on that red light.
Yeah.
I mean, they all 17 of them red lights from when I get off the interstate that I was just going 95 miles an hour on because the cops can't pull you over. My buddy was a cop in Atlanta. He goes, dude, you got the right of way, man. I said, what are you talking about? He said, we can't pull anybody over.
Oh, hell.
So everybody was going 95 miles an hour, passing people on the shoulder. Get out of the way. You know, you in the way, move.
Yeah, but the only difference between now and then was they still do 90 miles an hour, especially through Atlanta. Yeah, it just, yeah.
Well, usually that's when a state patrol's behind them, but they never go 90 when you want them to.
Do you ever watch the Georgia police videos or the Arkansas police videos? The chase videos, though. Some of them get pretty damn wild.
I don't know about Arkansas, but I know you don't want to mess around with GSP.
Yeah, they're you just next time you get bored, type in GSP chase videos or Country Boys, State Boys, the Natural State. They're just all these chase videos as Chargers chasing Challengers. Yeah, and they do, and Florida has a good share of them, and then
Georgia State Patrol thinks that you pulling away from a traffic stop, hell, that's an invitation to get mean.
mm-hmm.
It's not going to end well. I don't care if you stop, put it in park, open the door, hands up, and get out of the car on your own and lay on the ground. They're going to pick you back up and beat the shit out of you, and then put you back on the ground.
Yeah, if you make them chase you, they're going to bring an ass beating with that.
Yep. Ain't no getting out of it, especially if the brim of their hat is level with their eyebrows.
I remember this one time I was on a back road that I used to open it up on, and I was going about as fast as you could go without wrecking. And I noticed headlights at back of me that were gaining on me. So I just pulled over and waited for him to show up. And he said, I noticed you pulled over. I said, yeah, I saw headlights gaining on me. And I thought there's only one person that's going to be going faster than I'm going on this road because you can't go any faster than I'm going on this road. And he ended up letting me go with a warning because I pulled over and I told him what I was doing and why I pulled over. He didn't even have the lights on. It was just headlights. And I'm like, he's gaining on me. There's no way that's a normal person.
Yeah.
I'll be right back, gentlemen. I got to recycle some of this coffee I've been guzzling.
I understand.
So what's the weather like in Georgia tonight?
Low 30s and going to be getting a little cooler. And then tomorrow it's going to rain.
Yeah, that's about what we got. Yeah, it's 30 degrees now, and it's supposed to rain tomorrow. Maybe snow on Tuesday. Probably snow on Tuesday.
Well, we had flurries the other day, and I looked at my wife because we were on the back porch watching the dogs just look up at the sky, going, "What the hell's this shit?" And I looked at her and said, "Well, hope you enjoyed your snow for the year."
We got lucky 4 years in a row, at least 4 years. We had like hardly no snow and stuff that would melt the next day. So I think we're going to get hit this year.
Well, we rarely get snow. We get more ice than we do snow, and that's bad.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't care if you're driving an M1 Abrams, you're not driving on ice.
I hit black ice one time in my life. I merged onto 76 going home, and I just spun around. I spun around about 3 times, got off the side of the road, and I looked around, and there was cars everywhere. It's like, well, that was black ice. You couldn't see it. You couldn't tell it.
Well, see, what'll happen is we'll get it start out as rain, and then it'll turn to sleet and ice, and that'll freeze over, and then you'll get like a 1/8 of an inch or maybe a 1/2 inch of snow on top of it, and everybody thinks, "Oh, it's just snow." No, it's not. And this is a rather hilly environment over here. You can get to the top of the hill barely moving, and you're going 60 with all 4 tires locked up by the time you get to the bottom of the hill. And you can't do anything. You can't drive on this shit.
Around here, we got the people who go real slow up the hill and stop.
Yeah, they're stupid.
Yeah, we got a lot of stupid drivers around here.
You got to keep your mo. Okay, we have Tin Man is here, and West Covina Dodge is here. Hey, guys.
Happy Thanksgiving and holidays, West Covina.
And we are filthy animals, yes.
I love that line.
I know.
That's a great movie.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
I know.
I got lucky. I put the charger on the 4-wheeler battery and it charged up in a day. It's on float now.
Mm.
That's my plow to get the driveway done.
Yeah, Mag Max Gus probably ain't wrong.
Well, Tin Man just fixed a snowblower. He got free, and I think he said probably won't use it though. Use it that much. I think he's in a foot of snow right now, so I bet he's using the snot out of it.
I'm glad I don't need a snowblower.
Handy. I almost, pick them up during the summertime, cheap. Usually, it's the bad gas in it, and I never get around to it because it'd be nice to trim around the garage and stuff. But then I thought, no, I just use, yeah.
The way I look at it, where I live, if I need a snowblower to get out of my driveway, I'm not getting on the road because of all the other dumbasses.
Yeah, you don't need to get out of your driveway if you have to do that.
Well, roads are plowed.
See, Jim, we don't have that luxury here. The DOT, yes, they have snowplows, but they don't know where they're at and don't know how to use them because there's only 2 in the state. We don't have them.
Pat, that's funny.
Yeah, it's bad when you're in a state that only occasionally gets it.
Yeah, that's real bad because people can't drive.
They can't drive, and the state's not ready for it.
Yeah,
right.
We had that snowmageddon where Spaghetti Interchange froze over, and everybody was stuck there for 3 days on all them elevated overpasses. Spaghetti Junction. And then the state went ballistic and bought all these brine trucks and salt trucks and put all these stations everywhere and all this. Yeah. If it starts flurrying, hell, they dump 1 million gallons of brine on the roads. It never does anything. And then if it does snow, we're out of brine.
Oh, it rots the hell out of your vehicles. That brine is the worst shit in the world.
but it does melt the shit. But the shit never comes. But they prep for it.
And then when you're driving and about 8 inches above the highway from the cars going by, it's a cloud of salt dust.
Yep.
And it attacks everything. Your
Yep.
gas lines, your frame, everything.
Well, hell, it'll rot the windshield wiper blades off your car while you're driving.
Yeah.
Why?
I went into that. I was like, this is ridiculous.
Why is it always the driver's side blade that takes a shit first?
It's like it knows you're looking through it.
I've already took the arm off the passenger side, slid the blade into the other one to get home.
It's
Just
weird,
about-
but you're correct. Yeah, it's odd.
Just about every winter, I'll be dusting off my truck or my van, and the driver's side stuck to the window. And son of a bitch!
Yep.
I should actually order like 5 of each. So
Not a
Luckily,
bad
my
thing to
truck-
have.
Luckily, my truck has the same length wiper blades on driver and passenger side. So worst comes to worst, I can just rotate them.
yeah, I think the van's 18, and I forget what the truck is, 20. Just do the blades, yeah. But if I got 5 for each size, then I wouldn't have to, all right, go inside, put it on there.
I
My
used
old
to.
minivan had 28-inch on one side and like 22 on the other. There was no switching that.
I've put cardboard down under the blade, just
I've
to
used socks.
just to get the garbage can.
Yep.
There's some design choices that these vehicle makers make that is just perplexes the shit out of me like that. Why wouldn't you have both blades the same length? Why would they put the gas fill up on the passenger side?
Oh,
Well, there's actually a reason for that.
I like
For
when
the gas fill up on the passenger side. Back in the old days, if it was, say, a woman's car, the gas cap would be on the passenger side. That way, the husband could get out and fill the car up.
Yeah, but I
And
was,
no, I'm serious. I'm serious.
Oh, I
And-
believe it.
If it was on the driver's side, that was the man's car. That way, the man could get out and fill it up without having to walk around the car. So what it boils down to is, if your gas cap's on the passenger side, you're driving a bitch wagon.
but I've always liked the gas in the back, like under the license plate, because you can go either side. Someone's trying to take your spot, when it's busy, and someone zooms in on you. It doesn't matter, just going backwards on the other.
You
They
could
got
do it in the drugstore style where it's on the front fender.
Left.
They got cheap gas at BJ's Club, and their pumps are set up that you can only pull in from one direction. So there's left-handed and right-handed pumps,
Yeah.
and they're always, empty on the wrong side. But you got to wait in line to get the other one.
Yeah, that's a ridiculous thing to do. I mean, make it where they're accessible no matter what. If somebody gets creative and wants to pull in there upside down, let them fill up.
The BJ's I go to, Susan and I go to, the pump is long enough, the hose is long enough that you can
Oh, that's nice.
wrap it around
Well,
each side. So that's
That
Oh,
actually gives them a few more feet before they forget and rip it right.
I
They
can't
get a
tell you how
running-
many cars I've seen
Yeah.
going down the interstate with a damn gas nozzle hanging out the damn side of it.
But that way they get a running start and do it right.
Yep, Gus, you're exactly right. Going out in the snow in Atlanta only makes sense for Waffle House and booze stores. Yep. Because I promise I've seen it snow about 6 inches deep on the roads here in my little podunk town. And there's business at the liquor store. And every Waffle House is open.
Don't say liquor store. I've been a good boy this week. And steady as a rock. Where's my hand? Steady as a rock.
Oh, you can blow that out your ass, Jim. I saw your last video.
I know, but my left hand shakes big time.
I've actually got the medical excuse for it.
No, but I can, if you see it right there, see that? Steady as a rock. No DTs, baby. Yeah, baby. Live chats are tough. I like to get hammered in the live chat. So this tough is nice to eat. You guys know I like, well, you saw the last one.
When I got snockered on the live chat, I ended up with a black eye.
Oh, see, I go on the wagon and Tin Man goes off the wagon. What the hell is going on in this universe?
Fortunately, I quit drinking a very, very long time ago, or else all you guys would have been banned from me just running my mouth the way I used to run it when maybe had 2 or 10 in me.
Guns, I've got a scar right between my eyes where I was on an Uncle Jim chat, and it was probably what 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning or something, and I fell asleep or passed out rather, and I had my hand on my head, holding my head up, and all of a sudden my head decided to go south, right on to my solid steel reloading bench. I've got a gash right between my eyes that's scarred up, and it's nice. I'm going to show Jim in person one day because he was there.
Yeah, I remember that one. Classic.
Willie's like,
I can stop at 2 also, 2/5.
one more time.
I said, 10 Man wrote I can stop at 2. And I said, yeah, I can stop at 2 also, 2/5.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, that sounds more like it for me. Yeah. Hydraulic fluid all day, every day.
That was a funny video too, Jim. Oh shit, I'm leaking hydraulic fluid. No, that's cranberry juice.
I think the toughest is going to be, live chat tonight, and then snow plowing. It's going to be rough. It's going to be tough. So I'll just put some cranberry juice in a cup and pretend.
Oh, I went out this morning for my 9 o'clock smoke break. Hop in the truck and fire up a smoke. And I look out the windshield, and there is a beautiful 8-pointer in the little field across the street from work. And the more I looked, the more deer I saw. And I was like, I'm taking my can 300 blackout to work in the morning.
I got a big mama right now with the younger one in the garden every morning. Big
Well,
mama.
you ain't getting nothing out of the garden. Leave them alone.
I haven't seen the bucks for like 3 days. Hunting's over. Hope they didn't get popped. They need another year or two.
Oh.
I had a tree hit the deck the other day and take out the railing. So I got a guy to come up to help me get it off the off the deck. And then the next 2 days, we cleared a whole bunch of trees that could hit the house. I got tired. The beginning of this year, Mom lost her vehicle to a tree. And then we just had it hit the deck and take out a railing. So we got rid of a whole bunch of trees. While we're doing it, a pickup truck comes down the driveway. One of the neighbors out back, he was asking about if it was okay to take a deer on our land because he's watching this big ass buck. And I'm like, if it was me, I'd let you do it. But Mom, she used to feed the deer. She doesn't want to see nobody gutting a dead deer.
Right.
I didn't even know, but with a bow, I guess you can hunt around here.
Yeah, bow season's long here.
You're in Ohio, right?
Me, I'm in Pennsylvania.
Oh, Pennsylvania. Okay.
Yeah, I'm If you ever heard of Maple Grove, the drag strip, I'm near that. I can hear them when they run.
Yeah, I can't say that I have. And if I have, it just hasn't.
South of Reading.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm damn near on the Lancaster border,
Okay.
a few miles away from Lancaster County.
The,
Yep, that's true, hubbies. That's what they do here.
I did some deer hunting back in the 90s, couple years, and just, wasted my perfectly good shooting time. So, then they're on the cold ground and freeing your ass off. Hell, I'll go to the gun range and, have it all to myself.
Yeah, because everybody else is in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
That's when me and the wife like to go.
Shit, man. Patriot Paul is here. Hey, Patriot Paul. Maple Grove, a historic.
Hey, Patriot. Excuse me.
Why'd you have to do that?
I know, right? I have to go to Greenville, South Carolina tomorrow. I want to get up there. It's only like a 6-hour drive, but I want to get up there about 8 or 9 in the evening. That way, as soon as I'm unloaded, my break is over, I can get my ass back to Jacksonville, and then get up to Nashville for what would be Wednesday morning. And try to be back in Jacksonville again by, Wednesday night. Then Thursday, hopefully they'll have me scheduled. If I can get one more good run, I'll have a pretty good week.
I'm off on Wednesday. You're going to be coming right by the house.
I'll see what I can do. Like I said, it just, my biggest thing, like we discussed before, is just getting down there and getting through fucking Atlanta. I've done so much Atlanta during rush hour. It just just want to hit yourself in the head with a hammer before dealing with that.
Well, it'd probably make you think more like everybody else on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I ain't seen so many non-driving people in my life. I do not go inside of 285 for nothing.
It's bad everywhere. Everybody thinks they're fucking GTA nowadays.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I'm not too worried about the snow. Even if it does hit Greenville, it's the ice. Just like what Kyle was saying. If snow, I can drive through snow all day fucking long. I mean, I'm from Ohio. So
Yeah, snow is snow and ice is ice. You ain't driving on ice.
that's it. Yeah.
I forget where Paul lives. I forget where he lives, but you got snow? Or you got snow coming? We got a little dusting tomorrow, but dusting up here means a couple more inches than one. So.
Matter of fact, my first trip of the year went up to Jane Lou, West Virginia, which is 7,500 miles south of Morgantown, West Virginia. Maybe a little more. But anyways, and I hit the snow right there in Withville, Virginia. And as soon as my brake was up, it had already been snowing for a couple, at least 4 or 5 hours. Drove up there. It took me about an extra hour to get there. And I sat in their parking lot for a day and a half waiting for them to get dug out so that they can get in and go to work. So got paid for sitting there.
Yeah, I forgot Patriot Paul, Missouri. As a matter of fact, Tim did a chainsaw video and his name was different. And I was like, who is this on my subs? PC Bullet Empire.
What'd they change his name to?
I was like, what? Who is this? And I click on it. His Poland chainsaw. So he put Poland as his name. And didn't show him. It just showed. So I was like, who is this? And then it was Tim.
Oh, I saw that. But I didn't click on it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, who's this?
Yeah. Well, Pat, I don't have a single plow blade on or chains. So the plow blades are right out in front of the garage. So
You didn't get that plow blade on yet? You just took it off.
I took the plow off tractor so I could do the gravel, and
Yeah.
That's it. Hobbies hobos on it. Hobbies on it. Hole in there.
3 inches. I mean, normally I'd let it melt, but I called the propane guy just to top us off, just in case we can. The wife wants more heat every day, so just in case we go. I like to stretch it out until summer sales, and that's when I buy the propane to fill them up. And so I did that, but I was like 70 and 70 on the tank. So I thought, let's top her off, and then we can splurge for heat if we have to, and still try and make it for the summer sale next year. Otherwise, I have to call them and do a little bit, and then when's your summer sale? And then I miss it. And then anyway. That's my thinking anyway. The news said 12 inches of snow today. Wow.
He says it's still snowing too. Wow.
Well, it sounds like my place, which should be happening right now, but we haven't missed a single Christmas without it snowing on Christmas Day. There was 2 times where we were worried. We got to have it snowing on Christmas, have the windows open, all the shades open. And anyway, hopefully this year we get it on Christmas Day. We don't want to break the tradition.
That's the only day I don't mind it snowing.
Yeah.
The rest of the snow I could do without. It's just work.
I've had 2 white Christmases in my life, and one of them was in Las Vegas.
Wow.
Really? Wow. Did you see Elvis playing in the snow? Mm.
Oh, of course. 3 of them. One of them was pink. We had a pink Darth Vader, and
One day maybe I'll get out to Vegas.
it's a different town.
It's different.
Reminds me of the old days. Las Vegas motel rooms, half a shoebox full of cocaine, and you hope that's the girl you brought home with you.
Oh, jeez.
Never
Okay,
happened.
your days were a little wilder than mine, apparently.
Nah, never happened. I'm too fucking boring.
I mean, I've had some wild evenings when I lived out there, but I never had to second guess anything. I knew it was coke in the shoebox.
It's changed quite a bit. Last time I was there, I was like, what is this, Disneyland now? Compared to when I first went to Vegas, the first time I was there, it's like, hey, this is great. Cheap food, everything. Now it's a little different. Got a bunch of weird restaurants and rides everywhere, and it's more, they wanted to make it for kids.
Yeah, they tried to clean it up a little bit after the government kicked the mafia out of there.
Yeah. I've been to Vegas a few times over the years. I just prefer Reno. Yeah, if I'm going to go do that, I want to go to Reno instead.
That's what I was going to say. If I'm going, I want to go to Reno, so it's kind of older feel, and then go where the locals are, where you gamble.
See,
Yeah, I lived in Vegas for about 6 years, so I've got some ties to that area. I've never even been to Reno.
Yeah, Reno's neat. It's more in the mountains, and actually, for me, I just find it as interesting area to be. Gambling doesn't. When we first moved down here, there was literally a dog track with every type of conceivable gambling that you could do. Literally a 5-minute walk from my door to there to the casino. It was a 5-minute walk, and other than going over and picking up Saudi's son, who was working there as a dishwasher when he was still in high school, I never even never went to it. Never been inside or anything like that. Gambling just does. Yeah, I buy a lottery ticket once in a while, and that's about it. Just yeah. I'm old man.
They put a casino in Morgantown, Pennsylvania, and I've never been in it. I don't know. I used to go down to Atlantic City years ago. I like the crap tables, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem all that exciting to go to Morgantown, Pennsylvania, to go into a little casino.
Well, I was saying, and that's like Willing Island. They had the dog track there, for decades, and then they turned into just a regular casino. Never even went there to. And this was still when I was drinking. Never even went there to drink a beer or whatever, and just watch, see what happens. Just never was interested. I'd rather go down to Jill's Lounge and watch the Wednesday afternoon dancers dance around on that Saturday night.
Oh my gosh! I just noticed it's Tin Man Reloading. So YouTube screwed with his name also. It's weird that some people's names have changed, but others haven't.
Come on, Auburn. That's another reason I'm still awake.
A rumba for driveways. That'd be cool. Oh man, I'd love to do that. Plow the driveway with a rumba and just sit back. Have even a camera with a remote control where I can just sit there and plow, look out the window, look at the camera on the thing. That would be awesome.
When they got those AI sex dolls that can walk around, I'm going to get one so that you can ride my four-wheeler and plow the driveway.
Yeah, that's what you're going to use it for.
Yeah, after I spooge it up a little.
Jesus.
I hope they're self-cleaning, because there's going to be nothing worse than having to clean your robotic sex doll.
Would you use Q-tips?
So Paul,
Fire
Paul,
hose.
that was the
Just
first time.
pull on blood all over the tips.
Just the tips.
So that was the first time Paul's dog saw snow. That'd be funny. I remember the cat, or Leon. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Gunner was looking up in the air, going, "What? I don't know what to do, Dad."
I have a video where Leon went out in the snow for the first time. He was, a kitten or whatever, and he walking on it was the trouble. It's like, what the hell is this cold stuff on my feet?
Yeah, put the foot down, pick it up. Put the foot down, pick it up. Put the
Why
foot
am I
down.
sticking? Yeah. Why am I sticking? Yeah. Sinking. What engine is on that blower, Tin Man? Is that a Tecumseh? Depends how old it is. Most were Tecumseh 8 horses.
Pat's got a damn good point.
What's that? I got to.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
It's coming soon. You're going to have robots in the house and they can be doing the reloading, but do you trust it?
As long as it can carry me upstairs to bed when I'm loaded.
They might
And you
even
don't want it to keep the booger hook off the bang switch, right?
Well, that'd be a machine gun, wouldn't it? I think that would hit the definition.
Okay.
Oh Lord.
All right. So it sounds like you got a Honda clone engine. That's good.
Put a motor on a trigger, you got a machine gun.
That is true. Holy crap, I just noticed this. It's the end of the third quarter, and it's 0-0, Alabama and Auburn. Damn.
I'm just
I,
glad.
I want Auburn to win, because if Auburn wins, Georgia plays Ole Miss for the SEC championship. But if Alabama wins, Georgia plays Alabama, and you never know who's going to win that game. But we've already beat Ole Miss once. We beat the shit out of them. Maybe they were having an off day. I don't know. But I'd rather go against Ole Miss than Alabama, because we've never played Alabama good. And I think they're going to be doing it in the Georgia Dome, and we never play good in the Dome. Or not the Dome, but Mercedes or whatever the hell it is. If it's in Georgia, we never play good unless it's Athens.
It's funny how that shit works.
4th and 5 at the Auburn 46. Alabama's got the oh, never mind. It's 20-13. Alabama. I'm sorry, my phone's just now catching up.
Talking about snow blowers, one day it snowed this is when we still lived in Jerusalem, Ohio. And there's this guy walking down the street blowing blowing the streets off, the sidewalks off. Oh, that's interesting. And I even told Susan about it. She's there, yeah, that's the mayor.
Right
Now,
before voting.
I'd lived in this town for 7 or 8 years before I even met her, and this was after. First thing I look at her, we have a mayor, and she's there. Yeah, and he's the guy who does the snow blowing. So
Is this before voting season?
what's that? No, it's part of the job of being the mayor of the town of Jerusalem is when it snows, you got to do the snow blowing. So then the new mayor, instead of using a snow blower, he just used his ATV with a plow.
Well, it sounds like an assistant mayor's job, but okay.
I like his ingenuity.
Yeah. The simple fact is this town is so small, there's probably more churches than there were houses. So half the neighbors hated me when I tore down my old house and put a new house in there because their tax rates were going to go up because they were living in a nicer neighborhood.
Yeah, everyone does their own big pile of snow in their yards. Each one of them have something, ATVs or something, and then they'll go clean up sidewalks. But it's not very big of a town, so it's only a few blocks.
I can't believe y'all have kept me up this late.
I know you were gonna go to bed after a smoke. You said before you even came on here.
I was going to go to bed before I took a shower.
But you don't have to work tomorrow. It's Sunday tomorrow, right?
I do have to work tomorrow. I got to be up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Uh,
I work every Sunday, sir. I'm off on Wednesdays and Thursdays.
That's right. Okay. Sorry, Kyle. I'm
Oh, ain't no big deal. Just get up and do the same shit I did today. Tomorrow's my Wednesday. No, tomorrow's my Tuesday. Shit. No, Wednesday. Yeah, I worked Friday. Yeah, Friday, Saturday. Yeah. Tomorrow is Sunday, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Better be, because if today's Sunday, I just done fucked up.
Well, I get too confused because, I look at my days. Wednesday and Thursday is my Saturday and Sunday. And I've convinced myself of that. And then I get lost in the real world and, everything starts commingling. And
One thing is nice having days off in the middle of the week is you can get some things done that you can't get done on the weekend.
Right.
Yes, sir. Everything's open.
I forget what day it is all the time.
I figure eventually someday, if I ever get to retire, I'll get like that also. As long as I'm getting up at 7 in the morning, I can care less what day it is.
Hell, on my days off, I get up before 7 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
But I do get to take an old man nap in the middle of it. So
Yeah.
Makes an electric snore and leaf robot.
The
Holy crap, $6,500.
Yeah, but you don't, you know, it's a robot.
But it's $6,500.
It's no
Surely
good.
there's optional features that you can hack and program.
I don't know how big, you know, if it's big and does half a driveway in one swoop, that's the bigger.
Does it have a glory hole on it?
That's what I was thinking.
that doesn't sound too bad for a automated.
Bigger
Whatever.
equipment costs anything. Bigger equipment costs more money. So just a blower that's like on my tractor, that's not cheap.
But it's electric. For $6,500, it should be at least a diesel.
Well, the problem with electric is batteries do not like the cold.
And none of that California emissions bullshit.
Yeah.
Hey, it's 20-19. Auburn can win this thing. Hey, it's 20-20. Come on, Auburn. Never thought I'd say that.
Nice jitsi. I don't know. I don't mind going out in it. It's quiet. It's nice. You see all the tracks and what's been going on. So, you know, my wife asked me, you know, she thought of a Christmas present. She goes, I thought about getting you game cameras. I think you'd like that. Something you would never think about. I was like, you know what? That's a great idea. But not this year. I already bought a mold and stuff. So not this year.
Jim, that pose you just had reminded me of a Superman movie or something like that where you had your head was propped up on your hand. It looked like somebody was holding a little TV screen with you in the middle of it.
Mm.
I don't know. We'll never get that moment back.
No, I lost you. I didn't see it. Can't remember.
But
Go back and watch.
remember the old Superman movies where everything was silver in the background and all that? It looked like somebody was holding up a little screen and you were whatever his name was,
Flying.
Superman's dad or whatever.
Laying on a table, flying.
No.
Dun 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 dun. Yes. The funny thing is, the original Superman wasn't like in the greatest shape.
He was
So-
okay, man.
You know, back then, as long as you were heavy set, you're good. You know, whatever. Yeah. He was not a muscular Superman, that's for sure.
Well, he was a newspaper reporter.
Oh, yeah. Patriot Paul, I will. The only thing is I can't use it until Christmas. And I'm dying. I almost wanted to stick a glue gun in one cavity and just check diameters and stuff. But that
You've already been pawing all over it and everything. You wore the new off of it. You wore the surprise off of it.
it would be funny if I went out there and casted a couple, and then when I open it for Christmas, my son looks at me and I go, "What? What?" You can tell it's been casted with.
Oh, Jim, I asked this question earlier, but you didn't answer it. How much that mold set you back?
Well, I couldn't say on. Well, I still can't say, but if it's the small block, that exact 2 cavity, you can get to up to 5. You can get 2, 3, 4, 5s. Almost went for a 3, but I don't know if it's going to be what I'm expecting. You know, I'm looking at drawings and I'm measuring the one I got, the bullet, and I'm thinking, okay, what do I,
Jim, you have a phone. You can text me.
Just what was it? It was 90 something Pacinos or something.
And
It's
they got it to
really
you quick. Huh?
I tell you what, a box of those same bullets aren't cheap. So any big cast bullets aren't cheap. So
Right.
and you can use your alloy. Anyway, I was very happy to. I don't know for sure. I would love to go out and cast a few, but I was happy. It was super. It almost looks identical. The length is the same. Bands are all in the same spot. Everything. I just since it's been coated, high tech coated. You know, it's got a thick coating. I can't stuff it in the. It fits in there. You know, you can shake it around and everything is in the right spot. So hopefully I'm lucky there. I got the Big Betty.
I'm looking forward to a video on that thing.
If not, I can tell it's going to shoot great because they also had the Goldfinger. That's how I knew it was them that might have a black Big Betty. So they had the Goldfinger, and that's their mold. So yeah. I just hope I made the right choices because they ask you a billion questions on what you want while you're ordering. You know, You got to fill out paperwork. So
Well,
I went.
if it does work out, aren't those the ones that you sent me a couple of years ago
I don't know. Were they black?
during the Tres Amigos?
Yes. That's the Three Amigos bullet. Yep.
I really enjoyed that bullet. If it is the same mold, you got the part number, correct?
That's my go-to. Yeah. Actually, if you look at the video, part number's right on there. But
Well, I saw the number on the mold, but is that their part number?
that's yes, that's the number, and it says A, and I think that's the size of the block, -A at the end. But you have to pick your diameter. I went with 309. Then I went for what's in the bore. I went for either 299. I think it's an even 3. I said 301 diameter in the video, but probably an even 3. And they have like some where you don't have to choose. You know, there's something there, but you can take your options. I think 3 was already there, so I looked at the difference, and that's what this.
Because that was a very good shooting bullet, even in my really short barrel 300.
It's Big Betty, baby. I have a couple. Well, some videos were deleted, but I have a couple of them shooting them with the game camera on it, or the Kinicam, and yeah.
Paul says yes. Me and him definitely need the part number for that.
Well, it's right on there, but you got to. When I do the video, I'll put the exact. I'll go back to their site and look up my receipt on the exact, or my email even, on my exact measurements that I ordered. You know, bore riding nose and base.
Right. I mean, because if it's the exact bullet that the
Oh, it looks like it. I hope so. I hope so much it is. Then I could play with alloys and
that was a great shooting bullet.
code them the way I want them. And yeah.
No,
What's
Paul, he's not allowed to cast with it until after Christmas.
Yeah, it goes under the tree. Now we just made the joke. I can sneak, but my son's gonna know and give me a rash of crap. So he's gonna know it's dirty. See, in the video, it's oily. It kind of looks like, oh, it didn't look that gray. No, it's oily. You know, it's beautiful.
The mold's on probation.
Oh, what happened to Pat? Oh, hey Pat.
What happened?
I don't know. Did I just almost delete you?
Yeah, I think so. Throw me off for being a bad influence.
No dogs, please. That a good boy. That's a good boy.
Good evening, Pat.
Hey, Kyle. Good to see you. Rollis.
How you doing, Pat?
I'm doing good.
Good.
See you guys, Water. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
You too.
Happy Thanksgiving to you and happy holiday.
Thank you.
Chico Wise just showed up. I need to try 44 Magnum bullet mold before I purchased.
Chico, stop by the house.
Yeah,
I got you, buddy. I got like 9 different 44 mag bullets.
I can send you some bullets from different molds. You're never going to go wrong with the Keith style. So you have your RCBS, your Ideal, your Lyman. The bands, some of them, the bands are slightly different. They all shoot good. So you're good at finding deals. Just get yourself a Keith mullet. 429 429 31. Oh gosh,
No, it's 4292.
216. No, don't make me go on that. I can go look right now.
I'll do it, Jim. Jim,
That was
I'm
in
12.
my.
I'm 12 feet away. I'm 12 feet away.
That's in my. That shows you how long since I cast 44. That was in.
Please
in
hold.
Rain. 429 421.
That's it.
429 421, and then RCBS makes a good. Or
You stopped me halfway there.
They have RCBS makes two kinds. One's Keith style, and one KT. But yeah, if you can find the Ideal or the Lyman,
I've got an NOE Keith mold that does flat nosed, round nosed, hollow points, and 3 different sized hollow points. And that is a spectacular bullet, especially in my Henry. But it works great in my Red Hawk too. There's different loads because oddly enough, the pistol load doesn't really jive in the rifle, and the rifle load doesn't jive in the pistol.
Still a little bit of a bummer.
well, what?
Yeah, I mean, they do work, but I can tweak the load a little bit for each one of them and make magic happen.
Right.
I don't know if the rifle just overstabilizes it or the pistol understabilizes it. I don't know.
And I have a mold that
But I got 2 different loads for rifle and pistol, even though my pistol's got almost an 8-inch barrel on it. So
I got a mold I
I
got.
feel like the Joker when I break that thing out of the range.
I got one from Cranky that's also a Keith style. But the original Keith bullet is 429 421. And depending on the years, you had skinnier bands than fat bands at, but they both shoot good.
Yeah, Chico, come to the house. You can't get this mold anymore, but you're more than welcome to come to the house and cast you up a couple of handfuls and take them home and try them. And if you like it, show up, bring lead, and cast away. Or I'll just let you take the mold home with you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys, it's 11 o'clock. I got to call it.
All right.
I'm right behind you.
Have a good day at work tomorrow.
Yeah, buddy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did it for a lot of years.
Yeah, me too. I'm not done yet.
Yeah. Well, they ended it for me. I was ready to end it, and then they ended it for me.
Yeah, I understand. All right, guys, y'all have a good night. I'll
Good night,
chat with y'all
Kyle.
later.
Good to see you.
Good to
Happy
see. Good to be
Thanksgiving.
seen, brother.
All right.
All right, y'all be
I'm
good.
going to bed too, so I want to get up a little bit early. So you guys have a good weekend. I hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving, like I said. You guys have a good one.
All right.
Night, Wallace.
Good night, Rollis.
Good night, Rollis, and good night, Kyle. Thanks for coming on. Okay. All right. So, Pat, what's up?
Jim. Oh,
My-
did you watch any of the propaganda I sent you?
No, I haven't. I'm gonna have to. I still got the email. I'm trying to
Okay.
figure out what the hell that is.
Okay, what it is a guy does every week of Trump's presidency, he does a 1 hour montage of Trump and Steve Miller and somebody else, and then he'll do somewhere in there 10 minutes of liberals acting silly, like ICE beating the crap out of somebody or running over a protester, and maybe a little comedy in there too with a musical background. So it's different every week, and it's just an hour of the best Trump quotes and clips. So if you ever think Trump ain't doing shit or I haven't seen nothing going on, this has got the good stuff.
Okay, I'll check that out. I didn't know. Maybe it was late at night when I clicked on it. I couldn't figure out what's going on here. So, all right, gotcha.
Yeah, so I've had a few belly laughs that wake Sylvia up. I was laughing my ass off. There's a couple of really good ones in there.
And you shake from the stomach when you laugh, so I can imagine the bed just doing. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
you're a stomach shaker laugher guy. Chest
But
stomach.
yeah, I just found this guy, and there's 40 weeks worth of stuff, or 50 weeks, so you can spend the next 2 days laughing your ass off.
Is it on YouTube?
No, it's on X.
Hmm.
You don't have to be logged in or anything. Let me see. Let me post the link on the chat.
Oops, lost him.
Yeah, that X, I haven't quite figured that out yet.
I know I can't get around X. I guess it's easy. You got these little things, icons on the side. You click on that and what you followed or whatever. I don't know. That one and what else do I not get around? Get on. No.
I don't have any of the other ones, the Instagrams and all that crap. I don't have any of them. I did the X when Elon bought it, and I don't use it that much.
Yeah, I'm terrible at Instagram. I don't get it. I still don't get it. I don't do it much, but
I got the Facebook thing when we got a union in at work, so I could go to the union page, but I don't use that too much either.
yeah, I don't have Facebook, so wouldn't know. Oh,
I like Rumble, but it's not as a convenient platform as the YouTube is. There's a lot of things you can't do with it.
yeah, I don't know Rumble that good either.
The only thing about it is you can get away with more stuff. And I shouldn't even put it that way, but
no,
yeah,
you
it is
can,
what it
you
is.
can- Yeah, you can pretty much do what you want on Rumble within reason, the way it should be,
Yeah. Well, it pisses me off is some of the nasty shit that flies by on YouTube, and then a simple handling a gun or shooting a machine gun, or they just have too many, and then they're not enforced evenly. Some guys can do it, and some guys can't.
Yeah. Okay, there's the link right there, so you guys can click, I guess I can quote it. Maybe it's easier to click if you quote now. So, do you get around on X much, Pat?
I probably waste an hour a day reading it.
Yeah. See, my problem is I don't know how to navigate around, find people, all that stuff.
No, it's really awful for that. So you got, I mean, there's a couple people we know that are on there, but nobody like you and me really posts much. Um, it's just for reading on the toilet mainly. Um, but you know, there's some good stuff, and there's some rotten stuff. So I spent about probably 10 hours just going to, you know, some asshat's comment like Gavin Newsom, and going through all the people that agreed with him and then muting him. So to get rid of all the idiots took a while, but if you just mute all the idiots, then it's good stuff.
You clearing the chaff.
Yep.
Yeah. You know, Musk has a channel on YouTube, and he does one every day, talking about what's going on.
Didn't know that.
At first, I thought he was AI because he's so calm and talking, and he's got the fake living room in the background. But it's him. People who sub to him, it's him. It's, you know, he does it every day. I forget what he calls it though. I can look on the iPad if you guys. It's in my history somewhere. But yeah, he does it every day. He explains it in a rational way instead of all the chaos from this side to the other side. He does it very mellow and rational about everything, and a lot of insight too. Yeah.
Yeah, I still think he's basically a good guy. I don't know. Could be wrong.
Oh, I think he is. Yeah. Just watch his videos. I'll see if I can find his channel real quick. I think he is. He gave us Doge. Jeez. Right
Yeah,
there.
I think he really loves the country, and he's happy to be out of South Africa, and loves what the country's done for him and is giving back.
Yep. Hang on. Anyway, I'll find that in a second here.
Now, Sylvia's right over here on the bed, and I haven't talked shit about her yet. And she asked me whether I had even started yet. Oh, I'm getting the look right now. She's on her 5th C's candy. Oh, the real stink eye now. And she's nodding her head like you're going to pay, asshole.
Oh, no, you're going to get accidentally kicked in the crotch at night. Yes. The old accidentally. Oh, I'm sorry.
Did I do that? Yep.
Yeah. All right, let's see if I can find his channel. It's going to be way back for a while.
Last night on CBS, they had Everybody Loves Raymond reunion on. And all the actors came on there, the ones that are still alive. And it was pretty good seeing them. It reminded me, there was the one scene where Ray gets kicked in the balls in bed.
I like the big brother, or the cop brother.
Yeah.
That guy's funny. Oh, shoot. What does he call himself? It has something to do with. Aha. No.
Patricia Heaton is still looking good.
What is?
Patricia Heaton, the wife, she's still looking good.
Yeah, I watched a few episodes. It's pretty funny. I think I've seen a couple different season parts. You know, just certain episodes. Oh my gosh, what's this damn channel now? What the hell have I been watching? Oh my gosh, I'm going through this. Pirates? What? You know, they took one pirate. It was the English guy. What was his name? And they covered him in tar. You know, the king was mad at him. Wow, what is his name? Anyway, he had uh, a full pardon from the king, a letter, so he could go around. And he wasn't called a pirate. He was called a something for his country, whatever. And he'd take out enemy ships and take the stuff and everything. Anyway, he turned and kind of went on his own. The king got pissed. Anyway, they caught him and they preserved his body in tar and hung him by the thing right out where all the ships come in and can see him, you know, hanging there. And he lasted a long time that way because they preserved the body until the birds picked him clean after about a couple of years. Nasty. And he was in a cage. You know, he's in this cage. Oh, man. Bad.
Was that privateer they called him?
He was I can go back to that in a minute. I'm trying to find Musk. Where in the hell? Anyway. Come on. I watch too much stuff. I'll tell you that right now. Oh, well.
So I think, you know, what's really cool is that the United States didn't sign the treaty outlawing letters of marque, and it's in our Constitution, and it hasn't been gotten rid of. So there it is. Congress can give you a license to be a pirate.
Oh, man.
That's what they ought to do with these drug dealers. Just, you know, privatize the whole thing. Say, you know, keep what you take.
Yeah. Anyway, I was watching this pirate thing because it was a documentary on 5 famous pirates, what happened to them, what they did, what they were like, what they do to the crew if they're bad. Usually pirates were they were like family, you know, on the ship. Okay, here it is. And British outlaws. Shoot, I'd have to click on it to find out the guy's name. I think they covered him last. Gosh darn it. Uh-oh. Anyway, pirates are great. Well, some of them were. They had their own code and everything. All right, he wore red. What is his name? Anyway, wasting time.
Sir Walter Raleigh?
He was the guy that put his coat down over the puddle. That's all I know about him. My grandfather used to smoke the tobacco.
Yeah, the problem is I'm going to have to listen to this to find the spot. Anyway, he's the only one that had a letter from the king that let him get away, you know, go everywhere. But then he was like, wait a minute. He started getting pissed off at the government or whatever, and he turned And now it was for his own treasure, money, whatever, his own booty, privateers. Yeah, but they also had another name for ones that were for that country that were allowed. All right, let's get to the spot where they hung him by the cage and tarred him just to preserve him longer. There it is. Let me mute this for a minute. I think it was Black Bart.
Black Bart?
Yeah, and he wore red.
Hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't think they put him in the cage alive. But anyway, they hung him by a cage so everyone that comes into the port would see what it, you know. All right, we're getting hissing somewhere.
Okay, well,
Yep, it's you, Pat. I don't know why you were doing so good. Two, 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 two.
wow, that's worse. It's kicked me off twice tonight. I've been acting funny. Here, hold on. Let me turn off noise canceling or something.
Not as loud now, but it's there. What the hell is must handle? Amex, not Tesla.
Okay, is that better?
That's acceptable.
Okay.
What do you think, Gunswater?
Sounds. I don't hear that noise anymore.
Okay. How come you can't find something when you're looking for it?
Never fails.
That's because you're doing it the old-fashioned way, Jim.
Okay, it's called Mind to Goals, all separate words. That's his channel, Mind to Goals. All mind space to goals. Space to goals. Weird. And when you first watch it, you're like, is this AI or whatever? But no, he's got members and everything. He's got, let's see, how many subs does he have? 393K right now. So he's probably been doing it for 4 months, maybe at the most.
What's the name of the channel?
Mine's two goals.
Oh, okay.
Mine's space two, no space, just gaps. Mine's two goals, 3 words. Yeah. Anyways, very logical about everything, both sides. He'll tell you what he doesn't like about Trump, and then he'll tell you what he does like. Seems like he's on the good side again. You know, they're buddies again, kind of. He likes what he's doing in a lot of things. So there you go. explains everything from a financial and political point of view.
Well, when they messed with his kid, I think that was he had enough of it. When they turned his son into a daughter.
Oh. They're always going to go after him. At least they're not, vandalizing his cars on the streets that people had nothing to do with it type deal. Those idiots, man. Those protesters. Spray
People are idiots.
Spray painting a car just because of the brand on the car. Conservatives don't do that. It's always the other side doing that stuff. Anyway. So yeah, check it out. I don't know if I'm subbed to him, but he pops up when I click on it if I'm bored. Or if there's something, nothing else to...
When I'm bored, I watch the cats and the birds.
Yeah, when I'm bored, I should be reloading or something, yeah. All right, saved another guy with a stuck revolver, yes. And I both stuff replied to the mold video. I'll get back to them later. All right.
Okay, I subbed to it. Found him.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to have to check and see if I'm subbed. I don't know. When you click on them once, you get them a lot. I don't know if I'm subbed. Pick out a juicy one,
I had a jammed up revolver one time. It got unburnt powder under the star, the extractor.
Mm-hmm.
I had to beat that one out with a mallet.
Don't beat all of them with a mallet, because that's how the cylinder goes this way, that way, and this way, and that. That's how you...
I didn't like doing it. I didn't like doing it. But I got powder underneath the star, and it scraped all the way out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice if it's just the ejector rod unscrewing, but when you got no clearance on the back end, it's not too much you can do about it.
Well,
I guess I could have took the screw out. I don't know if that would have helped.
Yeah, and you
take the yoke.
A really thin brush and brushed it all out of there, or you could have blown it out of there with the air compressor.
Well, I had no idea what was holding it up.
Yeah, your hand got all mucked up with the, yeah.
Yeah, I had one where all the powder didn't light off. And it pushed the bullet into the rifling. It was okay that way. It was far enough in, but there was powder everywhere.
Oh. Yeah, they're finicky little bastards.
When revolvers jam up, it really you got to break out some tools and stuff.
You're done. You might as well throw it at them. Yeah, you're done. Semi-auto, you can yak it out of there, but yeah, I don't know. They're a different animal.
I like them though.
So do I. Always love them. Yeah. But yeah, everyone's got Smith and Wesson Smiths. Every gunsmith, they have a little lead rod they smack them with and get them back to, because they're so fragile. And every time I watched the movie last night, they were slapping the hell out of that thing. Oh my God. Every Hollywood revolver is toast.
Yeah. Yeah, you got people on YouTube making videos about how that doesn't hurt them.
Okay, well they haven't talked to Smith and Wesson Smith, that's for sure. You bet it hurts them. because it slaps and the crane's smacking shut. But that's what the lid is for. Tap, tap here, tap, tap there. And it screws everything up. Because if you cockeye this way, that way, you got your hand, you got your stop, you got all these things that have to work together in unison. And people think, oh, you want something super reliable, it's a revolver. Well, all right. So you bump it or drop it or whatever. I love them though. Love them a lot.
I especially like the old Colt Detective Specials. The first, second, and third generation.
Yeah, those are neat. The Colts are really way more finicky fixing and smithing, though. They are very touchy. I mean, one little thing and you're messed up three things. And oh my gosh, I can never figure out the Colts 100%. Just the easy stuff. And Smiths will tell you that. If you said, which is easier, Smith or a Colt to work on or to fix or whatever, they'll tell you Smith & Wesson.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
But yeah, I like the Dick Specials and the Pythons and the, what's the smaller looking Python one, 38, and the Anacondas, if it's, yeah.
My first revolver was a Trooper.
Yeah, I had a first model Trooper, which is a Python Action with an ugly barrel on it. The first model Troopers were Python Action.
I think my Trooper's a 2.
Yeah, that's not the Python Action. That's when they went to their own Action 2s and 3s.
Right.
For that. Yeah. Yep. I bought a Python barrel for that too.
Yep.
I have one original Python, and I have a couple of the new ones.
Mm-hmm.
New ones aren't bad.
You have a couple new Pythons?
Yeah.
See, the more I looked into them, I'm like, oh, no, you know, they changed some parts and everything. Actually, after I looked into it, they beefed up the top strap. They made it thicker, and they made the action so it's actually a shorter action. So they actually did pretty good there. They had some teething problems, but
the actions are really nice on them too.
Yeah, they actually made them. And didn't they go to a coil spring instead of or are they still using a flat spring, main spring?
I think they have a flat spring in them. I think.
No. Okay, originally that's what they were, but yeah. No, after looking into the Python some more, they had teething problems. They were jamming on people, something weird. I'm sure they fixed all that by now, but they actually beefed it up for 350.
Well, they had a lot of problem too with people that just don't know revolvers, short stroking them because they want to ride the trigger like it's a semi-automatic and not let it all the way out.
Yeah.
And you short stroke it and then it'll jam. You can't pull it through. Now the Smith, if you short stroke it, you can get the cylinder to revolve without the hammer moving.
Yeah, they're totally different animals. So.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Well, what did John say? Such a good boy, Pat. Oh, wow. 3 hours, 39 minutes. I didn't think we'd go this long. What do I do, Pat? Do I retire from chats or not?
Retire from chats?
I got 3 days. Yeah.
I thought you were going to renew and you told me not to do the server for you. Okay, I'll get out.
Oh, I'm talking about retiring regardless.
Really?
Yeah, I got 3 days to think about it because I would do the StreamYard. I can still get it cheap. You know, I'm grandfathered in.
Ah,
Just like it goes every Saturday night, and when I was drinking heavy in the chat, there goes Sunday morning and afternoon. Recovering,
okay. I'll tell
recovering.
you what. You don't have to renew. You can take a break. You know, have a New Year Uncle Jim chat and just take a break. You've walked away for a month before. You've had strikes before where we were down for a while.
But I
Take
don't
a break.
know. I don't know if they offer it free anymore. So if I cancel this and get screwed, then we're gonna have to come up with something else. If I want to go back to chat.
Okay, I'll come up with something else.
No, not yet. Just I got 3 days to figure it out. To keep it in the the $9 a month thing. Otherwise, I think people are paying way more than that now. But somebody said that they went up big time. But sometimes I think I'm done. Take a break. Every Saturday night, you got to be there. Sunday morning hangovers. Not that that would be a problem tomorrow, but yeah, you know, you've seen me in a few chats. I like to get
I've
hammered.
seen you in a few chats, and you've seen me in a few chats.
We like to get hammered. Yeah,
I haven't been hammered on a chat for a long time.
yeah.
And
Well,
Now, would you get hammered if there was no chat?
yes. Damn right. I'd watch a movie. I love getting hammered watching a movie on the iPad. Oh hell yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
but the thing that
Sometimes I'll watch 3 movies, stay up all night. Oh yeah, bad. No,
I think you'd get lonely after a month or two of being isolated up on the mountain and nothing but
yeah.
the Georgia Shooting Connection and Crazy Scotsman. To keep in touch. That would suck.
Patriot Paul, no, it's not about the money. Okay, it's about retiring type deal. I can handle $9 a month. I mean, that's like a bottle. Okay, it's nothing. A bottle of vodka, easy. A fifth, yeah, easy peasy. I could save that just taking a day off. So
Hell, I remember you could get a half gallon of Bankers Club vodka in a plastic jug. It's about a half gallon for like $9.
yeah, the plastic jug ones are cheap. Yeah.
Of course, that would give you a hell of a hangover.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What does my son call that? Heart cleaner? No.
Yeah.
Something fluid, brake fluid, something like that. He's got a special name.
The better whiskeys seem to not give you that hangover.
Yeah, but I can't do whiskey that much. I like the tequila and the vodkas. I like the clear drinks or the brown tequilas, whatever.
Añejo.
Yeah, Patriot Paul, thanks, but no need. It's not a money thing. It's gotta keep going on type deal. You've seen I haven't been doing much videos. I'm not doing my 3 to 5 a week anymore, and I just don't have the energy. I just feel like, maybe tomorrow. I just don't. I don't know. I'm in a funk.
Yeah, I'm just going to say, it sounds like you're in a funk.
I'm in a funk.
It happens.
Tell you what, Jim, if you quit smoking, you'd be climbing the walls even more. Yep.
Well, I thought about doing both at the same time. Done that before. Ooh, that's bad. You're in a bowl for 3 days. It's because of the smoking. You're in a bowl for 3 days. Smoking's the tough one.
Oh yeah,
Problem.
I'm not allowed to quit. I am such an asshole when I quit nicotine that I'm not allowed.
Yeah, there's something about nicotine. Kids out there, don't ever get into nicotine. Hmm.
Yep.
What's going on?
You gonna switch over to cigars?
Stuff bringing down. It doesn't do it for me. I'd like. I gotta have the inhaled cigarette. I have pipes. I have pipe tobacco. Cigars, I really don't like. There's too much. It's a log of tobacco. It's just. I don't like cigars. So I don't even get the thing about cigars. At least pipes have like flavors and a nice aroma. A cigar just ruins a room. You know, you trash a room with a cigar.
Yeah, I'm smoking outside. I won't smoke in the house.
No, neither do I. But I just couldn't. A lot of people love cigars. It just never did it for me. Hmm.
No, I'm on the pouches.
Yeah.
And, I've got 3 weeks of pouches left before I get into the other stash. Then I got about 2 months worth of the shitty ones. So I'm going to Vegas pretty soon.
Yeah, I thought about the pouch thing. Just wean off, wean the nicotine down, and then you're good. But I found it easier is just the last time I quit smoking. The easiest way was quit smoking at your favorite times, like morning with coffee, with a drink, whatever your favorite time. Don't do it during those times. And then you wean off every day how many. And then you get down to where you get dizzy just having one. You go, ugh, you put it halfway out. And then you got to hold on for like a couple weeks because
Yep.
It's like, no.
It's that little monkey on your back that'll tell you, I remember you've got a bag of tobacco in the reloading room behind the file cabinet. And, boy, if you just tell the boy to get you a pack of cigarettes on the way back, or,
Yeah.
all day long, the little voice will be telling you, 7-Eleven's got cigarettes on sale this week.
That little monkey, and it's like drinking. It's like editing a video. I love to have a drink when I'm editing a video. So I edit videos, and you get agitated. It's that monkey. You're like, wait a minute. You're supposed to have a drink when you edit this video, and then go out, have a smoke in the garage, and make sure the music's right and everything. Oh yeah. Little stupid habits.
But we're old enough now that it won't make any difference, really.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
Yeah, I know. I didn't think it'd make it this long. Got a birthday. Birthday coming up. Yeah.
Tobacco is what made America. Nicotine addiction is the gift that was given.
And it came in peace, in a peace pipe. Here's your monkey. Yes.
That was our first cash crop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, tobacco definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw something about it. Everybody thinks like they made cigarettes to have more nicotine, when actually they made them to have less nicotine so that you could inhale it and get more nicotine into your system.
Well, they also have other little chemicals in there that keep you on it,
Oh yeah.
like a heroin addict or something. Because yeah,
Yeah, and then they moved on to food.
yeah, they do it. Same with food. People, get addicted to food. Yeah,
Well, the big tobacco companies started buying the food companies, and they used the same tricks.
yeah, I know it's bad out there. Bad, but now I gotta have a smoke. We've been talking about it. What did I trip over? Oh, son of a bitch! I'll get that later. Anyway, yep. So I'm gonna try and be a good boy for a while on the hydraulic fluid, but we'll see how it comes when I'm plowing. But I have nothing in the house, so that's good. So come on, light. Well, it's cold in the garage, and Zippo gets cold.
I just got some camel hair for my Zippo. And you replace the cotton with camel hair, it's supposed to last longer.
Oh my god, cattle hair.
Yeah, the camel hairs are hollow on the inside, and they'll soak up more lighter fluid, and it's supposed to last longer.
Huh. Well, I got 2 Jerry's and a regular, so I really haven't gone through any wicks. uh, what is going on, Kitty?
Docs at the VA have begun asking me if I have firearms and such.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
None of their business?
What was the no guns and water? That's one thing when I'm on StreamYard, I can't read the chat.
Oh.
Oh, I got the package somewhere. It's something like the laughing sheep or something like that. They have all different kind of wolves and stuff.
Oh, Pat, this, one of the things my son wants for Christmas is a little bolt modification for the trigger on the 22 Mr. Snubs 2. Because I kept telling him, it's the only way it makes sense is on a 22, where you just go blurp, and the muzzle doesn't even rise. You know what I mean? So we're probably going to have a super safety on a what brand is that bolt? Anyway, they make the piece that catches the piece. So
that could be a lot of fun.
it is a lot of fun. A little pistol with the brace on it with that. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I got drums that fit that too. But they're just as bulky, or yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, just as much of a pain in the butt loading too, but still, it's fun.
It's the only thing that makes sense. Even though I enjoy his other ones, especially the one with the buffer that delays everything. But at 22, I'm looking in my drawers and the ammo is just going down, down, down. 22s, we got lots of 22s, so.
Not with full auto or all pseudo full auto. Now you'll run that down pretty quick.
I know, but it makes the most sense. It's quiet, stays on target, and it's fun. Yeah. You don't have to worry about the brass or anything going weird. Yeah, I know. Anyway, we'll see what happens.
That could be fun. Your boy is getting into the weeds with some weird shit. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
this will be fun.
Mm-hmm. Well, the reason is I told him that's what I wanted to do to my snubs, but my bolt doesn't have an attachment like that. It catches the super seat. So I can't do it with mine. So he's like, hey, he gave me two things on his Christmas list, and that was one. I was like, okay, I can see that.
All right.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Plus, if you had to, you could lay down some mean ass fires. So. Mm-hmm.
That'd have my grandfather rolling in his grave.
Mm. I'm
Don't
probably
waste ammunition.
might blink out. I'll be back. Don't worry.
Battery dying?
It's cold out here. Hang on. I leave it charged all the time. That might not be good for it. Is that good for it, bad, or bad for it?
It doesn't matter. It's a cheap Chinese battery, and it's
Yes,
way
I know. My son's going to order me one.
Yeah. Oh, there we lost him.
That's a nice looking mold. Is that aluminum or steel?
That's aluminum.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But he shoots these weird ones for 300 blackout, and I won't do 300 blackout. I won't have 223 and 300 blackout in the same room or same house.
Yeah, they can go gaboom.
Yeah. So, but Jim likes 300 blackout, and that bullet this is a copy of, he had like a I think it was Missouri bullet, big huge bag of them, and he ran out, and then got another bag of something close, and he's out of that, and so now he can't find any precast, pre-powder coated ones. So yeah, he got the mold from
Yeah,
Accurite.
time to start casting.
Yeah, it's an Accurite. So the trouble with Accurite is there's two big things with Accurite. It has to be a flat nose, and then boy, they go crazy with dimensions with you. So you get a base drawing, and then you got to tell them what alloy you're going to cast and how many thousandths over or under you want and all sorts of crap. And then they'll custom make you that mold. So Accurate doesn't stock molds. Everything is custom.
What's their turnaround like?
It's pretty quick.
Cool.
So you got them on CNC machines, so you put your order in and they make it right away.
Nice.
So the mold for my Martini Henry, the first mold I got, that's an Accurate. So they're the only one where you could get a 468 bullet mold that's close, because nobody makes an original, and it's an odd size.
That's great that you can keep them guns shooting.
Well, what was he asking about? This one here? What caliber?
Oh, that mold you had for a background, I said it looks pretty nice. And I was wondering the material. He said it's aluminum. It looked aluminum.
What was Paul? Was he asking Pat what mold, or what mold for his?
Yeah,
No, he was just telling me about Accurite.
Oh, yeah, they make good molds. You can get aluminum, brass, and steel.
Never
So-
had brass.
If you're a zinker, you can do the steel molds too. Okay, catching up here. Yeah, Pat, I keep forgetting my son to order the battery. I know. It's a stupid thing I haven't done. Now I thought about another thing. I could do the StreamYard within 3 days and do like you instead of live chats. Just do like you said. Just let it run in the backyard and show it snowing all day and whatever walks by.
Yeah, show the Salt Lake. Have the Salt Lake camp. That could be fun.
Yeah.
You know, maybe pop in, bring the lawn chair out at random times without telling anybody, and just sit down and have a beer. We'll get up, and you've gotten off before, and Tin Man will pick up the slack, and then maybe Kyle will. We'll pick up the slack. Make sure we don't lose each other.
Good.
No big deal.
Okay, I'm trying to catch up. Is Vanessa's birthday coming up?
Happy
What's up?
birthday, Vanessa.
Birthday is Monday. Okay, and let's see. We got the shitsters here. Scotsman is here. Give it a rest, people. I can get revenge, I can get revenge. All right. I think I'm caught up.
Oh, Dave shows up. Yeah.
Oops. Gotta get out. Oh, man. Try to catch up. All right. I think we're caught up. And then someone was talking about 44. What? Oh. Yeah. Molds are nice to have, especially in another scare,
Oh, what's nice is it's casting season right now. It's just starting, and
It is.
you won't cook yourself in the garage casting. It's really nice.
It is. I actually enjoy it when it's cold. Get a cold breeze. All the heat and smoke just goes way up in the rafters. Yeah, it's nice. Geez. Okay, now it's cooking.
Good night, John.
What's that? Oh, good night, John. Take care. Utes, baby.
Oh no, stay away, Scotsman. I had enough of your ass the other week.
Yeah, I'd rather just have fun and laughing instead of bickering too. So,
Yeah, at least the Bickersons were funny. You remember them? The Bickersons?
no.
Oh, it was comedy, a husband and wife. They made albums and stuff. I grew up listening to them.
Huh.
The Bickersons.
They made albums and stuff. I remember Cheech and Chong making albums.
I think they were from radio days.
Oh. All right. Well,
Yeah, it's getting close to midnight here. I think I'm going to go in and check on Mom and see how things are going.
Alrighty, well, 4 hours is a good time to cut it off. He
All
didn't
right.
say short chat on this chat, so it's
Yeah.
legal. Yeah, it wasn't a declared short chat where we got to keep his ass up.
All right, guys, everyone, side chat. Love y'all. Maybe we see you next week. Maybe we never see you again. Who knows? The other problem is if I got a strikes, boom, I have to do 3, and yeah. So which I can do, but not as many people know about 3. So anyway, anyway, love y'all in the side chat, and we will see. Well, we'll see you when we see you. How about that? All right. Any last words, guys?
All right. Well, I'm going to miss you if you're gone.
Yeah.
You know that. And Sylvia won't be happy. She'll say, "Don't you have a chat tonight?" And I'll be, "Nope. Uncle Jim's retired."
What?
Uncle Jim's thinking about stopping the chat.
Oh, fuck that shit. Oh, hell no.
You have fans.
We'll find out. I got 3 days to choose. So, all right, everyone in the side chat, love y'all. And until next time, wait for it. And